We welcome all, talking shit, spitballing and busting your balls. We all love Star Wars, the uniting cause, but as long as you love Lego, it ain't breaking no laws. We got guests, clock talking random topics, leaks, rumors, hot takes like psychotropics, lane breakings, and of course all the latest gossip. What's your wish list? What's it gonna take to cop? Let's do a roll call of our illustrious host, hailing stateside in UK, coast to coast. Paddle on the dawn, shuffles in, packing the cake, all stiff for us, stiff while he making it shake. Most vengeance here to send us back to 99. Oaktown, always down, letting love light shine. From the Emerald Isle comes Slurpy.
Good evening, and welcome to the Cool Han Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Whittakee, or Martin, and welcome to this special Super Sunday. It's a lovely day today, and I'm glad you all came. We do have a special guest tonight, Mav Bricks. We also will be discussing some of the rumours for 2026. Hopefully we'll have no more of that. I'm fed up with it. Right, moving on. So first of all, I'd like to introduce our one of the co-hosts all the way over from Ireland. Welcome, Slurpy.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing on this Sunday, the 11th, or is it 12th of October?
It's the 12th, mate. It's the 12th of October. You should know that.
Oh, no. My watch is behind. How are we doing?
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you that. It's only pages now. You've got to go to and turn, over to and leading. Now go back to the comments. So how are you? You okay today?
I'm doing fine today. Doing
Cool.
tremendous.
Great. It's been a busy day today. Because I went to Comic-Con and
I seen your photos, man.
yeah, got a picture of Craig Charles and stuff. I got a story to say about that, about the snob from the Star Wars film, but there you go. Anyway, so I think we better, because he's sorted out his mic now. I think we better introduce the top man himself.
Dear leader.
Before he comes on, though, it's just to say what's a little known fact in Wales: they don't use clocks and instead tell the time by which field the sheep are in. And on that, big round of applause. Here he comes.
What's happening? Ultra, you bastard! You're absolutely right. No, actually, right.
You did tell me I have to say whatever they put on there.
Yeah, mate, we'll get to it definitely. But I cycled home like the clappers. I did a 3-mile cycle home in about 10 minutes because I was like, I gotta get there. Quickly rushed, got everything ready. Obviously, I got out my meeting late, but got everything ready. I was like, great, sweet. Sit down. But the thing is with StreamYard, you can't use StreamYard unless you've got a mic and headphones, which apparently I don't own. So that's the problem. So there you go. But the old switch it off and switch it back on 3 times worked. But yeah, sorry I was late. But I made it in time for my introduction, right? So what else do I need?
Just about.
Yeah, we were going to start, and then we thought, well, we'll just wait a couple more minutes.
Yeah, so what I've been doing, because I've seen other people doing it, look, actually seems to do all right, is start the stream, just have some background music playing, and Mav will be attested to this when he comes on, because I watched a stream, I can't remember which stream it was, of his, it might be the one he does with Keith, but I tuned in, and it was like the first 5 minutes just looking at the thumbnail with music playing in the background. I thought, I should do this when I'm late. So it just gets the juices flowing, gets people pumping. So anyway, at least we were live on time then. But no, guys, appreciate you both anyway for potentially kicking off without me. As usual, we will introduce our guest in just a sec, and then we'll get on to comments in the chat, and we're going to shout those comments out, and we're going to get out our cowboy hats and our star spangled chaps. But so I encourage you guys, as per usual. Nobody's ever really risen to the challenge on this.
I'll try and get a new one soon.
I encourage you guys to put in like the most random, crazy, dodgy comments, so that Whittakee has to read them out.
Yeah,
and Whittakee has to read them.
He has to read them, no matter what
unless
you say.
They're personal.
No, even abuse.
Especially if they're personal.
If somebody comes up and says something not very nice about, say, one of you two, I'm not going to say that.
Free speech.
Oh, right, yeah. But if it's about Whittakee, then you can crack on like.
Definitely.
But no. So the other thing is, guys, and this is something we need to get better at, right? Is questions for our guest. Now, if you don't know who our guest is, that's even better opportunity to ask questions. What's their favorite Lego set? What's their favorite Lego theme? You know, I've got questions. We've got questions to get to know our guest every week. But we don't want to be answering the basic questions. We want you guys to ask those questions or anything interesting that we might not have think about. So get to know the person, ask those questions.
But I never get to get in there with them.
Oh, mate, you just gotta talk over everybody. You're good at that.
Yeah.
So
I get told off.
No. But so look, what can we say about Mav Bricks? I would, if I had to describe him, I would call him the Johnny Cash of the Lego community, because Johnny Cash was always known for wearing black. Although when I started going through some of his material, I realized actually he doesn't wear black all that much. It just so happens that, you know, whenever I see him, he's wearing black. So, but yeah, also I think Mav was probably one of the first supporters of me joining the community. He was always in. Putting a comment in the chat, liking stuff, and he was quite supportive. I think I remember reaching out to him very, very early on, even before when we first started up this channel, and he was quite supportive there. At that point, he didn't even have his own talk show, but he's very supportive of different things. And obviously gotten to know him better over the time, being with him on a few streams. So yeah, bit of a legend in the community, really. And I was quite surprised when I look at his little symbol, which says established 2023. I was thinking, Christ, I had the impression from the way the guy holds himself that he's been around since more like 2013. But I don't know. I don't think he's probably not old enough for that, but we'll see. But anyway, so without further ado, the Johnny Cash of the Lego community. How we doing, mate?
Johnny Cash. Thank you. Do I got to start singing now? Get the guitar.
Yeah,
out.
I think they say to Johnny Cash, don't they? Well, how come you're always wearing black? You look like you're going to a funeral. It's like, maybe I am. But how's things anyway, mate?
Well, he can sing some country and western later on.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to hear me sing. You definitely don't want to hear me sing.
So, the usual intro, mate. What's your name? Where you from? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Mav from Mav Bricks, from Massachusetts. So you might hear a little bit of the R not being pronounced that much in certain words. Yeah. So basically, just doing my thing this weekend, hanging out. Kid had a soccer game on Saturday. She's doing well. So,
how many do you have? It's just the one, right? Daughter.
no, I got 3.
3.
Oh,
Right. Okay. Jesus, been a busy man.
No, one's starting college. One is a junior in high school, and I got my son who's 9.
Right, that's right. Yeah, because I do remember now when we were doing the 48-hour. Your son. I remember something. Did you have to go somewhere because of him or something like that? Did you have to shoot off at one point where you weren't planning to? Was that because of him or something happened?
They went on a trip, so I had to work. So they already went on vacation to Disney, and I met up with them halfway in the week. So.
Oh, okay. I thought I remember coming on the stream at some point, and you weren't there because you got.
Oh, are you talking about the 48-hour stream?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, 48 hours.
No. That was the deal with my mother-in-law. So.
Right. Okay, yeah. But I remember your son. So for some, I can't remember. Was he like? Did he pop out? He wasn't. I know he wasn't visually on the stream, but at one point was he on? Like he was in the sort of the background doing something.
Yeah, he came downstairs to bring food. He brought some
Right.
McDonald's. He was like, "Hey, you
Yeah.
might be hungry. Here you go, Dad." I was like,
Christ,
"Thanks."
I mean that
Nice
48
one.
hours was
I was like,
that 48
like,
hours was a blur for me. Christ knows what it was like for you. But
yeah. Well, even for
Oh.
Keith, I felt bad that I had to take off because of the emergency. But
yeah.
you guys ended up popping on and keeping him awake because I think we were both at the same. I think if I stayed, I probably would have been the same thing. We both would have been sleeping and waking up going, "What? Huh?"
Yeah, I've done it, mate. I've done it, and I wasn't even on a 48
We've all seen it.
hours. Yeah.
Has it?
But anyway, moving on. We will get into that because I do want to talk a little bit about it because we had Keith on the show prior to this. It was in the run up to the stream happening, so he was on to sort of promote it. So I would like to do kind of a follow up, just to sort of see how things went. I know you might not have all the information to hand, so we're not going to put you on the spot in terms of like how much you earned and stuff, but just talk a little bit about it because I think it's quite interesting. And there seems to be a lot of sort of charity. I was quite surprised at how much sort of charity and fundraising connects with this community. There seems to be quite a lot of it going on, and it really drives people, and it gets people opening their wallets a lot more fluidly than I was ever expecting. And obviously, the stream you guys did, the amount it raised was just phenomenal. But we will get into that. But in the meantime, I only just realized that you didn't have a YouTube channel of your own until recently.
Well, I had it set up when I created Instagram and my brand, I would call it, or Mav Bricks. I made sure I grabbed like every section of social media. Whether I do anything with it was kind of like on me. So always had that. And you can attest that YouTube is probably a better format for the shows that we were doing because we were trying to do it on Instagram and it's good for like a quick live, but it's not good for weekly shows. So notice that it was
not even good for live really now, unless you go over 1,000. They've taken that away.
Well, yeah, that's true because you need 1,000 in order to just get the.
I mean, I didn't use it for a show format ever. But I did use it for the odd sort of quick, live, doing this, doing that, going to the shop, popping in, whatever. And then I'd obviously, potentially edit that down later on.
Those walk ones. You used to just
they can't do them anymore, mate. I haven't got enough followers, and I don't focus on followers on Instagram. So they've taken it off you. Yeah, I've taken it off you. So I haven't been able to do them. But if I'm honest, I was probably the opposite to yourself, where I focused on YouTube from the get-go and less so on Instagram. But I guess the two kind of go hand in hand to some degree because Instagram is a lot better for promotional, promoting streams and things like that, which is what I tend to do. But there's a lot more foot traffic there, particularly the people you're already connected with. So, but yeah, so talk to us about, this isn't going to flash up as an image, so I need to kind of minimize everybody. Whoops, that's not it. Oh Christ! Somebody saw this.
Is it there?
Yeah, there you go. I got it.
Happy days.
So obviously I came across this AFOL Hour. So this is your. Does someone want to move? Man, will you move us around so he's not blocked by his own welcome?
Hold on.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm blocked out. You can't see me.
Well, we welcomed him enough. There you go. There you are. You're still welcome. You know that.
I appreciate.
So, yes, and I'm just covered by the time. I'm still here, guys. Just tell us about this show because I believe you had Brick Maiden on for the first show, right?
I did. This was very unplanned. So this was something I was working on before our show, The Hidden Bricks, with Keith.
Okay.
Like I said, we were all on our own before we got together, trying to do our own thing, trying to. Like Bricks and Beyond with Keith. That was his show that he was doing. I was trying to come up with my own at one point, and then we just got into the Hidden Bricks, and I kind of just put my focus just on that. So he had some stuff that he had going on, so he couldn't make it on Friday. And obviously we have our own little community, just like you have here, that
Mm.
it's a good way to kind of like get together, hang out, and just kind of like talk Lego, talk about life, talk about whatever. So that's what this is too. It's just another format. It's specifically around an hour. Um, and I kind of took, because we weren't doing that show, I just took the place. That's not the standard time, 10 o'clock on a Friday. That
Mhm.
will always be for the Hidden Bricks after hours, but
Right.
just something that I wanted to kind of throw out there. It'd be somewhere where you could just kind of build, listen to, banter, get engagement from your following. So
So I just want to touch on Keith, and I give a shout out to Keith as well.
yes,
Whether he's watching this live or in a replay, we'll find out when we hit the chat in a sec. But I described you in the description, I think, for this as the Ernie to his Burt, or potentially the other way around. I would say
you
maybe you're the
said
Burt
Burt
to his
to
Ernie.
you said Burt to Burt, I think originally.
Did I?
Edit
Yeah,
it. He's
that
the
sounds
Burt
about
to
right.
his Burt. I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, that's me trying to edit something while cycling. But yeah, it's very dangerous, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No. You were counting the sheep in the fields to figure out what time
Yeah.
it was.
Oh,
Absolutely.
he's caught on.
So I will edit that. But I think the point I was trying to make is that you guys make a fantastic couple. We haven't really got that relationship here because the three of us just tear the shit into each other.
Oh, we
So
hit
it's-
each other.
Yeah, we just hate each other's guts. We rip into each other all the time. Whereas you guys have got quite a really kind of, I'd say, loving but brotherly relationship. It is a lot easier when there's two of you.
Sorry, speak for yourself. I love both these guys. Speak for yourself.
We started off really well, me and Whittakee, but then we had some Irishmen just drop in and ruin it all. But
Oh yeah.
but no,
Oh,
but no, look, the relationship between you guys is fantastic. My question really is like, you said that you weren't able to make the show. So you're not in a situation where if one of you wasn't able to make the show, the other one would still run it without? Or did you want to just be like, no, it's just for us?
I kind of felt like it should just be just for like us, because it's the Hidden Bricks, not the Hidden Brick. I would have to like put like a X out the S off the Hidden Brick. So that's
Right.
what that it's kind of the combo, because originally we were the Hidden Brick, but
Right.
we were like talking about it one day and we were like, this doesn't make sense. It's two of us, maybe bricks, so. And it's like
Right, okay.
you've been found in kind of the community. That's what the Hidden Bricks is about, is community based. So everybody's welcome to join. The more people join, the more bricks we find. So that's kind of like the
Right.
philosophy,
Okay, yeah.
or
That
the
makes
kind of
sense.
like
A bit like having the
kind of like
cool
storytelling.
Luke gang, and there's only one here.
Yep. So I
Yeah.
figured it was a good opportunity, and I couldn't really do it without Keith, because Keith's my brother, right? So. And we have that show together. So this would be something, I don't know, maybe a Sunday. Oh, nice.
Christ.
I thought I was hearing stuff.
No.
Yeah, he
You
calls
all
himself
heard that too, right?
calls himself a Star Wars fan, but his ringtone is Doctor Who. Shocking.
Doctor Who, like just
Doctor.
he's
I'm surprised it wasn't Star Trek.
Actually,
He's just taking a call. This just goes to show the difference between your show. Like, you guys, you wouldn't do it without each other. You're 100% committed. We're just a bunch of knobheads who are, whatever else comes up is more
But
important.
you guys are really the same as us in a way too, because our show is not really polished, despite what you may or may not think of it. We like the rawness of a show, like just nothing really edited. What you see is what you get.
That's what
If we mess up or I say something, he calls me out on it. I'll call him out on it. So.
And you guys got a thing with tangents as well, where
Yes.
I think I said, I went off on a tangent there, and you guys, we love that. We love tangents, whatever. We do that. Well, I do that for all of us all the
That's what
time.
makes it interesting. I mean, if you do segment at segment, like, hey guys, this is the new I know you want to hear this again. This is the new UCS Death Star that just came out. It's got 9,000 and change pieces, and we're just going to talk about it today and how awesome it is, and everybody should get it.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it might be interesting to quickly
mention
touch on it, because you actually got it, right? You got the Death Star, right?
I did.
Right.
I did get it. I didn't pay full price for it. So
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you can stay then.
yeah, I cashed in VIP points finally. So
Yeah,
Nice.
same as Nimble. Then shout out to Nimble. He did the same thing, and that was the only reason we let him get away with it. But no, look, we're gonna hit the chat in just a sec. But no, I just want to kind of strengthen what I was saying in that I really respect and look up to you guys as a unit, but also individually. What you do in the community is fantastic. Look, obviously, there's a lot of people out there trying to be original, and it's difficult to be original in a community where pretty much everything already exists. And I, so the way you guys have done what you do and try to circumnavigate, the community by, like I said, I mean, I don't see it as it seems polished. So you obviously do a better job at ad-libbing than perhaps we do, because to me it seems like when I've watched and tuned into the show, which is difficult because obviously at the timing, and I always apologize to that for sort of American brothers out there who always tune into our show, and we can't necessarily do the same back as the time. But when I have been involved in the show in any way or seen you guys, it's always been like, like these guys definitely have a meeting before their stream. But if that's not the case, then that's great, because
it's actually not.
Nor do we.
I'll just tell you right now, for our Hidden Bricks podcast that's on Mondays.
Mhm.
I just wrote up the stuff now, came up with the idea, and then I sent it to Keith, and he's like, "Yeah, that looks good." I was like, "All right, we're just gonna roll with it." There's no script, there's no nothing.
Wait a sec. So you write out an idea?
Yes.
Yeah, I write out the idea. Yeah, you got idea pops in your head just now. You write it down, and then you hope that it makes sense for everybody else. So
Right. So I write my idea as I'm filling in the StreamYard description, and then I tell these guys afterwards. That's pretty much the way we go. Although I do ask every week, but it's like, yeah. But look, so the question, last question is before we hit the chat is this going to become a regular thing now then, or is there only kind of a backup when you guys can't do the normal show?
I'm trying to make it a regular thing. I just got to figure out, because I guess I'm too considerate for other people, and there's a lot of people that I know in the community that have their own shows and stuff, and I'm trying to not overlap on them. I can't do it Thursday because I know Keith has his Brick and Beyond, and Mondays are already Hidden Bricks, Friday's the end cap, Saturday might be too much, the day after maybe Sunday, but you guys have a show on Sunday, so I'm like, it's kind of like I always like to kind of think about everybody in the community. But
well, we're here for you, mate, and if you're ever struggling for guests, I know it's obviously the timing isn't great for us, but all three of us have stayed up to be on other shows that have been like 2-3 o'clock in the morning in the past. So if you're ever stuck for guests, mate, and you need some ragtag, then give us a shout, and we'll happily join you on there, especially because it's only an hour, because
it's only an hour. Yep.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
If I have to stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning till 4, we can make it work. I might fall asleep on stream, but but no, look, we've got a multitude of comments in the chat, hopefully something juicy in there. So let's give Whittakee his Rhinestone Cowboy, and let's find out what everyone's saying. Wow, it's like 60.
I'll try and read them out this time without just saying the names, because I do tend to try and rush it a bit, so we're not in any rush.
Yeah, well, you don't need to read out the ones where people are saying hello to each other.
No.
Read out the degrading comments.
Just like this. Cool game.
Oh yeah.
Cool game.
Let him play this because he created it himself. Fair play. Go for it.
Right. So first up, we've got Papa Rex with a howdy all. That's quite one. And then Papa Rex, we got Papa Trip. Hey, Cool Han, Whittakee, Slurpy and friends. NASCAR is at Vegas today, so my schedule happily allows me to catch this stream live for a change. Hope you're all well and enjoying life. Hi, Papa.
Papa, you've been blaming the NASCAR for too long now, mate. Now it's time to give the Cool Han Luke show a little bit. Bit of love.
We've got Ultra Bricks with
the Ultra
lads. We've got Nimble. Lovely
What's
Nimble.
up, Nimble?
Good evening, legends.
Nimble.
Let's see who else we got. We got Liam Burt the Bread. Hey, boys. G'day, mate.
How's it going, Liam?
Liam.
We've got Liam, Nimble, all chatting, Nimble. Oh, hold on tight, people. Yeah, he's running a bit late, but he got there on time. Also, they're all the same. Muttley. Good evening, Muttley. Good evening, lads, and all you chat legends. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Yes, I am having a great weekend. I hope everyone else is as well. I know I said hello to Nimble, but Nimble wants to know what's everyone's favourite Ben & Jerry flavour.
Ooh.
There you go.
Candy ice cream, mate.
I forget.
There's always one in there.
S'mores galore.
Good evening to Brandon Smith.
So Brandon.
Shield. Who else have we got down here? Papa. Good evening, Paddy the Fairy Dog. Evening, Sarah. How you doing? Hope you're well.
How are we doing?
Stir up.
Look. Oh dear, that slipped up. I don't know how that got in there. Thank you, Liam.
Hey, happy birthday, Martin.
Muttley.
Not for another 3 days.
No, it's the 12th today, isn't it? 12th.
No, it's not today. You said the 15th.
No, the 12th. Same
mate.
as I share the birthday with Hugh Jackman. He's my long lost twin.
Huge who?
Hugh Jackman.
Mate, happy birthday. Sorry, I thought
Happy birthday, Whittakee.
Britt, mate. Good evening, Britt Maiden. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Thank you,
Maiden.
Martin. Thank you. We've got Mad Lib.
Martin, how we doing, mate?
Oh, is he? Lovely. Is he from Wales, maybe? Lovelies.
No.
No.
England.
Okay. Oaktown. Good evening, Oaktown.
Seb.
What's up, Seb? How you doing, lad?
I don't
There's
know
one
if
there for you to read,
that's
mate.
for me or for you? What? Oh,
That's for Madlib. There's one there for you to read out.
Oh, where's that then? Which one's that?
One on the screen.
Star Spangled
No.
Chaps.
No, this one.
Oh, and a number. Yeah, well, ignore that one. I said nothing personal.
Sorry.
I think
Happy
that's
birthday, Whiskey.
it. We've had thanks, mate. Oaktown.
Someone remembered.
I think that's everybody now. I'm just going through the bottom just to see if there's anyone. All the same people chatting. Go after I said lovely Nimble as well. You can fuck right off. Right. Long time no see, Darren. Good evening, Darren. Yes, I wish I was 41 today. Oh dear.
Wow, I can't believe
That's a couple of centuries now.
41 anyway, but no, Darren and me are the same age, mate. We're 57. Don't take no notice of him.
That's bad.
In fact, he's two weeks older than me. Lots of happy birthdays. Right. Well, thank you everyone for my birthday wishes. Yeah, it's been a lovely day. And what a way to finish it off with these beauties by me. I mean, come on.
I can't believe I forgot your birthday, mate. I just feel awful.
I'm going to ban him in a minute. You're going to be banned, mate.
What's he saying?
Apparently
We need.
Let's see when he's 57 if he's got no grey hair like me.
Yeah, but when he's 57, mate, you'll be dead, so you won't know.
No, true.
You'll not be able to rub it in his face.
Oh, do you know what? I might still be alive.
Shout outs to Martin. Happy birthdays in the chat. Get him in there if you haven't already. I appreciate that. We do need to see a Gollum impression, though, apparently.
Oh my god, Martin. Martin's gonna get it for that one.
Oh
yeah.
I can't see any stupid messages in there. Because the Gollum impression would actually be a good birthday present for Whittakee because he was called Gollum by his ex-wife, apparently. So
yeah,
is that true, man?
Yeah, let's bring that up on my birthday. Yeah, why don't we bring up about the death of my parents as well? Why not? For fuck's sake.
let's get into Lego leaks, everyone.
You know what? You know what? I said somebody said I said that once. They said because I actually got it from is it oh god, what's that Adam Sandler film? The 80s one. Shit.
Which one? The Wedding Singer?
Yeah, The Wedding Singer, when he says they bring up about his girlfriend dumping him and he says, "Oh, my parents died, whatever. Do you want to bring that up?" Somebody said that to me once on this girl dumped me and somebody told him. He went, "Oh," so I went, "Oh yeah, do you want to bring up the death of my parents as well?" And he just did not know what to say.
Oh,
Jesus.
No. Mate, I've put on a couple of stone now. I can't do Gollum anymore. Sorry, that's gone.
Yeah.
And just to make you
Stars
laugh,
Whittakee
as well,
will
just
be
to make you
sick,
laugh as well,
yeah.
then Martin, she also thought I looked like the bleeding caretaker from Harry Potter dancing with the cat. There you go.
Finch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking.
You guys, he's from that area as well, isn't he? Isn't he from the same area as you? He's from the
I
West
think
Country, isn't he?
Oh, yes, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
Anyway, right.
Whatever. Anyway, welcome everyone to the chat and to the show. And as usual, if anyone else comes in and says anything, I shall put it up.
Something that reminded me. Oh, yeah. So we will get to. I've spoken to Coop, and we are going to do the leaks and rumors because I've got the thingy on here. So what we'll do is we'll play. Did we see? Who have we seen in the chat for these super chats?
We've seen
No
Muttley. I haven't seen
Mugsy lad.
Mugsy yet.
No Mugsy. Okay, so Muttley it is then.
I might be like, have I been living in a hole or whatever? Because this has come out. What is this 6-7 thing?
It's just a meme with kids.
Yeah, it's a meme. My son's been doing it too.
Where did it come from?
Just I think a YouTube or a show or some kind of clip.
Oh, right.
I don't think it means anything bad. It just I don't know.
So Oaktown wants me to bring it out. So Darren and Whittakee will be 6-7 in a decade. There you go.
But you have to say it like 6-7 or whatever.
Looks like I'm juggling boobs. All right.
Oh my God.
We'll be 6-7 in a decade. Yeah, thanks, mate. Oh dear.
Rip.
Anyway, so let's do Muttley, and we can do Liam as well, even though Beard is not here.
Saul makes 10. 10 ought to do it, don't you think? You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
Muttley. Shout out to Muttley.
G'day. Want a cold one?
Who the hell are you?
Call me Nugget. I've been looking for Walter Riley. Haven't seen him around, have you?
You should have bought a gun instead of a beer, mate.
Nah, I don't need a gun. I've got a donk.
You've got a what?
Donk. I tell you what I need to do is I need to clip the sound of that punch. It just sounds like I want to be punched if it sounds like that. It's just nice and crisp, you know, like. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to those guys. Thank you. And anybody asking about the new super chats, I've got about 10 on in the works, but give me time, guys. Give me another lockdown, and I'll do them all for you. But yeah, so we're going to get to the leaks and rumors later. But what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit more about Mav and his presence in the community.
Hold on. Talk about Mugsy. Here he is.
There he is. What's up?
And thank you, Mugsy.
Oh, Mugsy. Right.
There
Just in time. Just in time. I was about to go off the super chat. So let's play the original and best.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car are we gonna take?
Yeah. And that one, that Ben Affleck sounded a lot like you as well in that one, Mav.
Yeah, that's because it took place in Boston.
So do you know Ken off of Brick Dynasty?
Ken, yes. Yep.
So he's kind of a Boston guy as well. So whenever I send him a message, or write him a text or anything, just as I mention his name, I always add that in there somewhere. Sometimes if I send him an audio message, I always do this. Do you remember that from that film with the cricket bat?
Yes.
There you go. So if you guys have seen the movie and you remember, it'll make sense to you. And I always say it to Ken. So shout out to Ken and Tanya, Brick Dynasty, just as he pops in the chat. He's always listening. Top man.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
It sounds horrible when I try to say it.
Fuck you. But yeah, so look, so we talked a little bit about it earlier. And again, obviously, a shout out to Keith, the hidden bricks. So I know you kind of mentioned it earlier, but you know, for the people out there who haven't discovered this show yet, and I'll be honest, like, you know, not to want to toot my own horn, but I was probably one of the people who was saying to Keith, you know, you got to get over onto YouTube. Not to say he hadn't already probably thought about it or been told about it. I think Jen as well, and Jen Builds, I was like, you know, you got to get yourself over onto YouTube in terms of like, you know, growth and all the rest of it. You know, and if you've already got a good follow on Instagram, sometimes it helps as well because you have those people transport across. So I've seen Jen, for example, she made that kind of move over to YouTube, and it's just like basically everybody jumped across. Whereas we kind of did the other way around. So it's difficult to build up that following. But yeah, so, you know, you guys have hit. So how have you found it on YouTube now in comparison to Instagram?
Well, a lot easier to stream to.
Mhm.
The problem was Instagram is so delayed from like a platform like StreamYard, or I use EVMux. So
Yeah.
obviously, anytime you got a platform and you're streaming to it, it was just so delayed. So it would start and you would check your Instagram to make sure that the feed was going through, but it just wasn't syncing up. It was kind of like a bad experience. So we talked to Keith and I was like, hey, listen, we already have the YouTube on hold. Let's just do it to change it over to YouTube. And he was like, yeah, that's great. He was worried. We were both worried about like if everybody was going to come across, you know, because it might be just, it's easier. We thought Instagram was easier because more people can bounce in and out and you get more traction. Even if they don't stay for the whole show, they're at least flipping through because it shows it on the live, on the stories when you're scrolling through too. But we just did it. It was a lot easier. You could do a little bit more editing. You do got to watch a few things. Obviously, we're learning about, you know, copyright and stuff with music. But yeah, it was a better experience, easier. Hit the live, it just goes straight to you. Trying to get your show prepped, you just add the destination and you put your show in and you say schedule for later, tell it the date and time, and then it puts your thumbnail, holds it in place, gives you a description. So then now you have a link to kind of promote on your other platforms.
So what would you say are the drawbacks then? Because I can obviously talk from the point of view of doing YouTube, because we've done from StreamYard onto YouTube literally from day one. But I never ever, I think I've done one live. And if I remember rightly, Keith ended up joining that one to kind of on Instagram when we were doing a discussion about something. I can't remember what it was. But, you know, do you feel like there's anything that I mean, this is really for, you know, for my information more than anything else, but do you feel like there's anything that it doesn't provide that you miss?
Seeing who's in who's in your chat. Like you only know who's in your chat based off of if they're commenting or engaging in your show.
Right. Yeah. That's a
right.
good point.
So you could show like 18 in like watching, but you might see the same 6 or 7 people just commenting on it. Now, that could be a good thing and a bad thing because you might have some people who might join your show who might not have wanted to do the Instagram because they didn't want to get like kind of blown up, I guess, if they're like a larger creator or somebody that other people want to talk to. So I guess it's good and bad in a way, but it was nice knowing who was in the show. That way you can thank them properly and, you know,
No, yeah,
address
that's
it.
a really good point. I never even thought about that actually. Yeah, because the other thing is with Instagram is that when I go to other people's live shows, you can see who else, as a viewer, who else is in there, regardless of whether they've commented or not.
Yeah.
And I can't see any downshot to that. But if anything, like what I tend to do is I'll follow those people as well, and you can do that with like a click of a button. Whereas with YouTube, you have to kind of leave the
Go in the
stream you're
bio.
in.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that would be something that would be nice for an upgrade for YouTube to allow that instant ad. If they created a button that could just, link it, I guess. I don't know. Some sort of easier, more instant access to follow somebody. I guess they're following you on the platform and eventually they'll find their way, whether it through your link tree or through the bio and links in the description to get there. So
how would you, if you're trying to sell the show, how would you describe it? And I know you did touch on this briefly, but in terms of like you and Keith, tell us the journey you've been on with this show and like where it is now and what you plan to do with it, that kind of thing.
Well, this all started because I was not brand new to the community. I was in there for like about 6 months before Keith created his channel, so fairly new. And then I was like one of his second followers, and then we just kind of connected through the chat and just kept in touch. And then I came up, hey, you want to do something together? Because I was always wanted to do a podcast or some kind of live, but I felt it's better with two or more, at least two, because there's a better dynamic. Because you might be, like you said, Burt and Ernie, right? Without them, there really wouldn't be like a good little show to watch. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not saying that Ernie couldn't hold a show or Burt couldn't hold a show, but the two of them together just make a better dynamic. And I think that's what we found out. So we just started it as the hidden brick with like a brick wall. And then we're like, this doesn't make sense. So then we did the hidden bricks and changed it over after like 2 or 3 live streams. But we wanted to basically make a place for anyone in the community to just kind of come and hang out. It didn't matter who you are, what you were doing. If you wanted to come in, just kind of have like a low key, just relax and kind of unwind and just discuss Lego or anything other topics that we ended up throwing in there along the way. Like you said, we go on a bunch of tangents, and I'm like big on pop culture, so you'll hear me talk about movies and other stuff. So and then it's kind of developed to what it is today, because we turned it from a live, and then we decided to do the Mondays because we always had Mondays as like a regular, and then an after hours, which was more of an adult twist, kind of like more of an adult show. We wanted one that could be for everyone and one that could be for like late night. If I think you were part of some of the original lives you've seen, and we had that core group, like with Jen coming in and the Brick Maiden and that, and they had their own adult banter back and forth in the chats. So
yeah, like our Black Ice ones we do sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's just, I guess the whole idea with the hidden bricks is we were looking at the old speakeasies, kind of like names, like back in the day. Like that's kind of how it was themed, like a speakeasy. It was like, we're hidden, part of the community, but we're here, So
awesome. So that's the show where like you don't have guests on that show. That show is just you and him bouncing off each other and just kind of updating the week, what you guys have been up to, what's going on in Lego, that kind of like almost like
that turns into the podcast. The Mondays are the podcast now, and we've had a few guests already. Brick Maiden was one of them. We had Accio Bricks, Frank.
Right.
So
yeah, but if to me, it's just got that dynamic of like almost like a real chat show. You know what I mean? Like when you'd watch on telly where you got your two anchors or whatever, sat at a desk, obviously you're not actually physically with each other, but you're just there, and it's like, catching up, and I find it really kind of, as much as I'd want our show to be like that, it doesn't really fit into that sort of style, and I'm leaning into the fact that it doesn't. We're just kind of, I like the idea of doing our own thing, but I do like how you guys have that, just kind of, just catching up, and it reminds me a little bit about me and my brother, because we don't see each other a lot. We used to be really close, but obviously we, separate lives now, live far away from each other. But when we see each other, nothing really changes. It's not like, I haven't spoken to you or seen you for 6 months, but it feels like, we saw each other yesterday, kind of thing. And then you just kind of catching up where you've been up to, and you've just got your own kind of connection, your own language. That's how it feels watching you two guys. And it's like, I really like it, and I enjoy that dynamic. And like I said, anybody watching the show who hasn't come across it, particularly if in the US, go and check it out. It's really kind of fun and an endearing show. And like I said, a little bit more family friendly than us as well, to some degree. So, but yeah, no, fantastic. So, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, unless these guys got any questions, or unless there's any questions in the chat, I haven't been keeping an eye on it. But I want to talk a little bit about what I would class as your forte. And we don't have many people who fit into this category, but I want to talk a little bit about sort of shorts, Instagram shorts, which is like basically what's helped you blow up on Instagram. But did we have any? I've not been looking at the chat, Whittakee. We got any questions for Mav, or anything, any worthy points?
I was in the chat. I mean, I was going to ask him what his main fit. Does he have a main theme that he likes to collect? Obviously mine's Star Wars, whatever. But
so obviously, like I said, at pop culture, Star Wars obviously has been always near and dear to me. It's started off with my grandmother taking me, watching the first films and stuff. Like when they did the re-releases of the original trilogy in the theaters is when I started.
97.
Yeah, is when I started, and then the prequels came out and stuff, and it just took on from there. So Star Wars is where I started collecting in Lego, and then obviously I like Lord of the Rings too. I have so many different ones, and the problem with that is it's hard to just collect everything from each section. Obviously I like the modulars, so I have a city going, but it's small. I'm not doing this big, huge. It's kind of a perimeter city. It goes along the wall. I don't want to eat up too much shelf space, so that way there's shelves underneath. Right now it's full of sets that I gotta go through, but pretty much some Marvel, some DC, a little bit of everything. So I guess it's kind of like, I don't know.
Would it be like sometimes just a set that catches your eye, sort of thing?
Yeah, it could be like a cool set. Obviously, the Game Boy that just came out, that's just nostalgic. Anything that's nostalgic to me that I grew up with. Obviously, when Pokemon comes out, obviously I'll be getting a few sets. I might not get every set, but a few.
Not that price.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the large one, but if they have the smaller scales.
But it's like me. I mean, I mainly collect Star Wars, but and I don't really collect Disney. But the camera that caught my eye, so I went and got it. So
yeah, that's some of the stuff that I have. Yeah, I got the camera. I got the.
I'm trying to get the Jaw set. I really want that. That's not normally but yeah, I want that set.
Yeah. So, I got that too. It's like anything with the movies or the pop culture. Yeah. Back to the Future, Jaws. If it comes out, it's a movie. I want to get Gizmo. I got Gizmo. I got to build him.
I was thinking of the Willy Wonka, because I was thinking of making a whole shelf with just movie stuff. So the Willy Wonka, and obviously I think we've got. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. The Goonie set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can have a shelf full of just movie set of just
movie
one set.
themes. Yeah.
Obviously, I've got my Star Wars and my Lord of the Rings. That's slightly different. So.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings is great, and the fact that you got bigger sets that came out, but. I mean,
yeah, not too keen on the smaller ones. It's just the big ones I like.
Yeah, and that's what I'm starting to notice now, because I have a lot of Star Wars on a shelf right now of the smaller scale sets and multiple of them that I was planning to do I was like, oh, it's cool. It would be cool to army build, right? At one point, I went through that phase, and I'm just like looking at it, I'm like, I'm gonna have no room for this.
Yeah.
So
You've
they're
got
sitting there.
something-
I got to reevaluate my collection and kind of curate it to what I want it to be. I think that's the hardest thing. Your collection is always going to be evolving, and that's
I
the
think
beauty of Lego.
sometimes whatever theme you choose, they have different categories. But for example, Star Wars, right? You've got your helmets, you've got your mini, and sometimes you just got to decide that you're not going to collect. Like with me, I'm not collecting the helmets because if I start collecting one, I want all of them, and things like that. I wasn't collecting brickheads, but people keep buying them for me, so now I'm just building the collection. I'm not buying the old ones, but I'm buying the new ones. But yeah, you just got sometimes like and. I'm not army building either. So sometimes you just got to be a bit strict and say, well, no, I can't do it all.
Yeah.
Because originally I was no UCS, and now it's going the other way around. I tend to be buying, well, mainly because I don't really like some of the stuff that they've been bringing out for Star Wars, the smaller stuff. So I've been going and getting some of the UCS. Like for example, the 8080, which is just my baby. I just need to get hold of the need to get hold of the Interceptor now. That's my next one.
The TIE Interceptor.
Yeah, I don't know when that retires. It's probably going to retire, and the sail barge, but I think the Interceptors will go before the sail barge. So that's my next two in my list.
Yeah, because I remember actually you and I, Mav, had a conversation on stream. Christ knows which stream it was on at this point, but we talked a little bit about your collection. You're similar to myself, where you kind of limit yourself within Star Wars. You don't just kind of get everything. And I think I remember you saying you've only got like a few of the UCS. I think you said you do the helmets.
Yeah, I got the helmets. I got a few. Yeah, I still got the gunship. I still got Luke's land speeder, which I told these guys in the backstage that I'm kind of don't know if I'm even going to build that or put it on the shelf, just because I have the smaller scale Luke's land speeder.
Right.
Oh, so you haven't built it yet?
No, I haven't built that. I haven't built the gunship.
Build it.
Oh, I'll say this:
beautiful build.
Like the land speeder is like one of the more unique UCS sets because of the color and the it's not like a gray starship,
and it's still light enough to go.
Yeah.
I'm biased because it's my first UCS set, but no, I really, but I'm finished with land speeders. No more.
Yeah, it's kind of like the night bus for Harry Potter, right? So, it's like how many can you really have?
Or the Batmobile.
Yeah, the Batmobile. But DC's really stuck on Batman because it's his most selling. Like it sells, right? So.
But that's because they don't bring out anything else.
That's true. If they put a UCS Daily Planet or whatever, a modular Daily Planet, I think you'd get a lot of.
It just makes me laugh. We brought out a Batman and Robin car with no Robin. Superman versus Batman car with no Superman.
Yeah.
I hit that from Hive. I'll let him have the credit for
that. What? So I had a question just now. I was thinking of, and now I've already forgotten it.
Did you see the sheep outside or something?
Yeah. No,
I'm sorry. When I saw that comment, I had no idea what it even meant, but it just sounded funny. So
yeah, he probably doesn't know.
Right.
I have no idea. I just know that these guys laughed at it, so it must be something funny.
Yeah, we're well known as sheep shaggers in Wales.
Oh, I'm not going to say that.
And if you've ever seen the movie Twin Town, which is a fantastic movie, did lots for the country, but also did lots against the country. There's literally a scene in there where the guy's driving, he's asking for directions, and there's a guy up on the mountain, literally like trousers down,
not with
full portion inside a sheep, like, and he's like, hey!
Oh my god!
So,
did he have his wellies on as well?
Something like that, yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I thought it actually meant time, and you took it a step further there.
No, it's just because we're known as sheep shaggers. So any opportunity to push sheep in any kind of
it's like an old fashioned
that makes sense now. See, you've cultured me.
In Ireland, when the electric goes down, we say it's potatoes because they,
Yeah. So Slurpy, because he's out in the sticks. whenever, and obviously there's an Irish sort of potato long-term thing. So yeah, so whenever his internet is struggling, we tell him, look, go and plug in a new potato or whatever. But so it's just like, giving each other shit, like. But
and then we just say to Whittakee, Bristol shit, and we just laugh. That's just it. There's nothing else. Bristol, LOL.
But no, look, obviously, yes.
Imagination.
That was the other thing I was talking to you about, is that is backlog. So you're a kind of similar to me, a bit of a backlog guy. There's got to be a better way of describing that, but yeah. So you got, what would you say your backlog is like at the moment?
You don't want to know. You definitely don't want to know.
Send it to me. I'll build it.
That's what
we don't
says.
We don't boast about backlogs.
That's not what and that's not what I do about backlog, because it's nothing to do with me just, oh, I got this set, I got that set. No, it's actually sets that I want. Sometimes I get them on deals when they're good. So, but I just don't have time to build them. And obviously, I still got a 16-year-old that's heavily into soccer, and I travel the country for soccer as well with her, and then I have my son who's 9, and then we're doing stuff. It's just, and then trying to do what we do with the shows as well, like 2 nights, and then time gets away. Then you got normal stuff around the house you got to do. So
it's a busy
life. I think
because I'm, I live on my own. I'm single, so yeah, I've got plenty of time. But yeah, I understand when I had.
Right, but I think
stuff, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. I know it's football for there. I say soccer, so that.
Yeah. I was going to say, but I thought I won't be petty. But he is from Birmingham, so bless him.
I should say, I'm from Ireland, where I do call it football, but we have our own football here as well.
But that's the reason why too.
They kick around a potato.
Because I'll be talking to friends I was watching football, and they're like, oh, are you watching one of the Irish teams? And I'm like, no, not Gaelic football, English football. And they're like, oh, you mean soccer?
Football.
Well, yeah, you see, I figured I'd go the other way, because if I was saying football, everybody would relate to American football for me. So if I just say soccer and then they correct me, it's not soccer, it's football, I'd be like, that's fine.
It's
football. You couldn't win no matter what you did. In other words,
I called it American.
To us, it's football, and then American football. That's what we call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Football, but yeah. So I think there's kind of, I know there's a lot of stands appear quite a bit now. What's happening, Tim? There's quite a lot of people appearing now. I know Jen is one of them. And I was speaking to a guy called Nappy Buffalo recently, who I've connected with, and he's just talking about the community, just basically essentially trying to stay grounded. And I think there is an element which we'll get onto in a bit about making content about your backlog, because I think it's kind of tongue in cheek, kind of making fun of yourself.
It's all good. Sorry, give me all the crap.
How can you be touchy with football when you've got a crap team like yours?
Oh, Christ.
He started it.
It's not as worse.
I'd rather talk about the Death Star. Honestly.
Oh God!
I'll kick the shit out of that.
Did somebody say Death Star?
But no, I think it helps ground you. My personal experience is it helps ground you having a backlog, because it's made me reconsider my collection as a whole. To the point where I'm like, right, I don't need any more sets. So, you know what I mean? It's almost it's just like when you're broke, basically, and you kind of use that as your reason. Obviously, it is the reason anyway, but you kind of use that as all right, I don't really need this. So I've reassessed myself in terms of what I buy, how much I spend, and what kind of more and more as time's gone by. And the only thing that's done that hasn't been, money, because, if anything, I've probably got earning more money now than I was sort of 3 or 4 years ago when I didn't have a backlog. That mine came out of necessity because I was moving house a lot, and it just didn't make sense to build something just to take it apart and whatever. Now that we settled in this house, again, it's just been the same as yourself. Family, work, the show, all that takes precedence, and I wouldn't change that. But I think there's something about it sometimes when I look at it, and it makes me kind of feel slightly embarrassed and a little bit like this isn't acceptable, and it makes me kind of so it's almost like it's the key to me, buying less. And I've done it. I think that it's helped me a little bit. I think if I was building them constantly, I'd be buying them constantly. So it's almost like, in some ways, it's better to have a backlog because, essentially, I probably bought less in the long run than I would have if I was building them straight away. So, I mean, there's obviously
for me.
Yeah, it's different schools of thought, obviously, but yeah. So I got to chat with you guys briefly I say briefly, a few times actually. Bumped into you at Brickworld. Your first Brickworld as well, right?
What's that?
It was your first Brickworld as well.
Yes, it was me and Keith. It was actually the first time we met in person too.
Oh, class.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Same.
So
it was the same as not
for us.
all of us, but some of us.
Me and Slurpy, and you and Slurpy.
It's the first time I was allowed out of the country. And I had to be. But,
yeah, I met Martin before, but yeah, didn't meet Slurpy till.
Full damn year, like it's strange when you meet like a co-host or anyone that's been on the stream after such a long period of time. Like it's so strange.
But how did you find that? Like the whole experience, not just being that you guys met for the first time. I know obviously from the relationship you had, it wasn't like you were gonna turn up and instantly hate each other. But how did you find the whole experience in terms of like Brickworld as a first timer?
I found it fine. Some people find it overwhelming. I kind of went there with an expectation like this is my recon year. Like I'm gonna go, I'm gonna enjoy it, do what I can. But if I don't get to everything, I don't get to everything. And I think some people may just go that one year. I'm planning to go this year too, and next year, and like it's just going to be a yearly thing for me. But yeah, I thought it was good. I didn't expect the whole area to be open 24/7.
Yeah,
I think that's what shocked me. So it was like you can go back to your hotel, you can go grab something to eat, you can come back at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and still just walk around and still hang out with other people that were there. So I say you just take your lesson and just kind of see what you're doing at that convention,
Yeah,
if
and like I said,
if it's your only time, I mean, I could see why you'd want to rush and get a chance to do it. So
yeah. Did you guys stay at the hotel as well at the Rennie?
No, we stayed offsite because by the time we booked everything, and then I don't even think we got a room this year. I think I'm just gonna go last year because it was a lot cheaper and it was only right down the road. So
right.
And knowing that the hall is open or the convention area is open 24/7, why do you need to be there? You know, you could still drive up, park, walk right in, and it's only like a 5-10 minute drive down the road. So
yeah, no, look, I can see, but because we knew some people who did the same thing, and obviously we would just go in by like the people who kind of influenced us to go and said, look, you've got to stay in the hotel, whatever. But I think in most cases, a lot of those people saying that hadn't stayed anywhere else either in a lot of cases. So it's kind of like, it's easy to say this is the best thing to do when, in our case, we only done one. Other people's case, they'd only done the other. So it is difficult. But, I think the best advice in terms of where to stay is going to come from somebody who's done both. But no, I can see schools of thought. I remember speaking to Ken in particular because he stayed in that other hotel. Well, I'm not sure if it was the same one as you guys, but we literally left the hall at the same time. And the time it took him to walk across the car park and into the hotel, which was literally, next door, more or less, I still hadn't gotten to my room. I mean, that was because our room was actually quite far away. It was like quite far up and then the opposite side to where the lift was. So it may have been quicker for some people, but so that was worth noting. But, and I think for us, we just, like I said, we went with, but I would definitely consider, if I was to go back, I would definitely consider staying elsewhere, especially if it saves money and seeing what it's like. But at the moment, all three of us have booked our tickets for Brickworld, and all three of us have booked. I've got hotel rooms in the Rennie booked. But of course, between the three of us, only one of us is actually only actually sure they're going. So we've just done it as a kind of, well, we'd rather have tickets and then be able to cancel them if, than
Yeah, you
not
put
have a
your head
chance
down
at
in
all.
shame, Slurpy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brickroll's not happening. But
Yeah, it's definitely not happening for one. So
yeah, which is
What?
unfortunate. But I'm glad to have been able to go last year and see these two ball bags. Like it worked out well. I wish I could go next year, but
well, I was only going next year because somebody straight afterwards saying, "Oh, I'm definitely going next year." I went, right, I'm going then.
We don't know who that was.
Yeah, we wonder who that was. Yeah, it's a potato.
Things change though, and look, I remember having a conversation with yourself and Keith, Mav, afterwards, and saying I probably wouldn't be able to go or whatever. And you guys were like talking about starting up a crowdfunder or something.
Yeah,
to get me there, which was like, and I remember speaking to Kirsty about it, and she was like, "Oh, do you think they could actually do it?" And I was like, "No, they're joking." Like, but
no, but we would try something. We would do anything to try to help somebody in the community because that's kind of like what we're here for. Like, that's the big thing is the community, right? We're all into this space. We're all enjoying this hobby, and we're all here to just have fun and just enjoy. So,
I think for me, it was like, it was never about financial side of things. I mean, obviously, if I was completely minted, I wouldn't even think twice. It was more about, and I've said this quite a few times on the stream, that it's more like it seemed financially irresponsible. Wait, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Something just happened on my.
That's why we're quiet.
No, something just dinged in my headphones. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So it's more like it's financially irresponsible for me to go, or it certainly was when I was booking, because we're getting married in August next year. So I just thought, that's a large sum of money to be putting towards something when I've got a wedding on the horizon, So I think it was more to do with that than anything else. And of course, that circumstance won't change necessarily, but we'll see what happens closer to the time. But yeah, hopefully you guys go have a fantastic time. And actually, you've been on the show officially and stroke non-officially before, because we did a show out there, and you and Keith were both on as kind of just before we got kicked off the stage, if you remember rightly.
Yep.
I was holding my own down there, waiting to try and get up to the AFOL launch party, and yeah, you guys were at one point going to actually run the show for me while I sort of ran up to the thing, but unfortunately, it never happened. So you were almost, and these guys are going to take the mic now, but you guys were almost co-hosts of the show at one point. So yeah,
almost.
But,
yeah, so it's an ongoing joke.
Do you want to be a co-host?
It's almost died now because you haven't done it for ages.
Isn't it a cool host?
Ooh.
That's great.
You should guys call yourself cool hosts for Cool Han.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Go ahead.
But
my gift to you.
But no, it was great to meet you, and obviously you got your own kind of sub community within the community, which is great. And obviously, interact with you guys as and when I can. But I want to talk a little bit about what sets you, or what I feel sets you out from other people, certainly other people we've had on the show, because other people have either we've had mock creators, we've had show sort of showrunners, show co-hosts, we've had leak and rumor people, we've had everybody from every facet, but we haven't really had anybody who kind of, I say, specializes in. It's not the only thing you do, as we have already heard, but in terms of like what we can see you doing the most, if we were to scroll through your Instagram feed, is the shorts thing. And I remember reaching out to you and saying, like, how do you do this? Because I've got some great ideas to be able to put one of these together, but the only way I can find to do it is you've literally got to take the image and just kind of scrub out all the background. And I think you said, yeah, that's basically what I do. And I was just like, no chance.
Well, sometimes it's you can get a template that's pre-done if you're very, but sometimes I'll like, let's just take Top Gun, right? Like Goose and Mav, right? If you were to try to take a scene off of them, you would just kind of go on YouTube or whatever movie, screen record it, and then bring it into CapCut, and then try to get rid of the background. Is what you have to do. Sometimes it works good with the auto background, but sometimes it doesn't, and then you would have to go frame by frame and select what it is. It's not hard, but it can be tedious with certain ones. But
tedious and hard is the same thing for me, because anything that takes too long and that requires technical ability is like my kryptonite.
Well, if you noticed, I've kind of altered. I'm in a phase where I'm trying to change up kind of. It's not what I wanted to always be. I just wanted to get onto the platform and interact with people, and you can't interact if your account's blank, right? Because nobody's really. And if you're out there listening to this, or don't get discouraged, because everybody goes through that phase where they get discouraged with what they're doing. They're like, oh, I only got 2 followers. I'm never going to get to 100. It'll happen. It just takes time, So.
Yeah, I've been stuck on 25 for like a year.
Well, it's good. You get. I think it's just putting the content out, anything out that somebody can relate to. Be like, oh.
But I think what you do, I feel like, is you've almost done the right thing in terms of how because the shorts are great for getting new followers and getting people on board, and that's why you see the projections in terms of figures shoot up. And you probably know yourself, you put out a short and you've checked Instagram the next day and you've got 50 new followers, whatever it is. And that doesn't happen unless you're putting out kind of short form, and especially if it's humorous or it's funny, or if it's got pop culture reference, like some of the ones I see. If you're like, I was watching the Danny DeVito one you did. Can't remember the name of the TV show because I've never seen it, but I recognize it, where they go into the house next door. And then he's like, what? And it's actually going into someone's Lego room. And I was just like creased up. And I don't even know the reference material. And I was creased up because it's just the way he's like, what the hell is this? Is this a bedroom? And it's just like, it's fantastic. So to be able to, and there's skill involved in that, because as well as the technical thing, you've got to find something that people are going to relate to, people can connect with. There's no point just doing something you think is funny. It's got to be something that everyone's going to go like, you know what? That's how I would react if I saw, someone's Lego room or whatever. And finding that is the art form essentially, and obviously then being able to turn it into something visible is great. The one as well where you were kind of being in your boxes and just kind of putting them in the trash and like having a sort of crying. The one where you went outside and the wind blew you back into your Lego room and all that kind of stuff. I like that kind of stuff, and I can see why. But we were talking to a guy we had on the stream a couple of weeks back called AFOL Bricks, and he was saying that he was on 55k followers, which is probably one of the highest amount of Instagram accounts we've ever had. And he said, look, it was literally because I did something that just happened to go viral, and then it just blew up. He said, but now he said, every time I go onto Instagram, I lose more followers than I gain, because people have come on and they don't like, or for whatever reason don't connect with his normal content. They just want to see that all the time and nothing else, and then it's just like, he's not doing that anymore, and off they go. I think with you, it's like, you're having these people join, and then obviously you've got long form content for them as well, so they can come and they can carry on watching the shorts if that's what they like, and you can carry on putting those out, but they can also then watch a chat show, or they can watch a show that you're doing with another, or you're doing a charity or whatever it is. So there's that variety there, which I think, if you've got the ability, the time and the skill to do that, that's what we'd all love to be able to do. But yeah, so do you find that is that something you think you'll carry on doing, or do you want to move away from the short thing altogether? Or
well, no, I always think that I like doing the short thing. Sometimes it can get like, the ideas can kind of get stale sometimes. Like, you have ideas, but then you're like, how do I do it? Right. So, and then filming it, like, especially now that like it's not the meme content, I'm also doing, like, obviously, like you said, like the trash or the wind blowing or just anything. But I've been trying to mold the Instagram or my content into like something for everybody. Like, I don't want to just be known as somebody who just does memes, because that's not really where I wanted to go. I just didn't have an idea of where the direction I wanted my platform to go. And I think that's everybody kind of struggles with that at the beginning. Like, what are we gonna do? So now with the show, the podcast, and a little bit of the short form, a little bit of meme content, a little bit of starting to do a whole new thing of like a quoting content, like just little quotes or funny quotes and stuff to be posting every now and then. It's kind of where I want to
be. 20 viewers. Seb, you said it right, mate. 20 viewers and only 13 likes. What's that all about? Why would you not come in and like first? Or are you waiting? I think somebody said before, yeah, but I'm waiting to see if I like the stream first. I might not like it, which is a good point, but it doesn't cost you anything, guys. So don't hold back on those likes.
It also helps the channel.
I'm happy that you turned up.
Absolutely.
Crypto. What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
But
good evening.
So yeah,
new for us. Always like
crypto. I've definitely heard of Crypto Bricks, but appreciate you popping by.
He's like
for Mav.
Of course, guys, and please we're desperate for them. But also, guys, questions for any of us, get them in the chat. It is also a log of sets for when you retire and can spend time on your hobby. Yeah, Madlib, I know we've moved on from that, but I that's something else. Excuse me, I've said before, maybe on the stream or to other people, that we're the kind of lockdown generation. If you were an adult when lockdown happened and you were into Lego when lockdown happened, which automatically deletes half of the community. But if I was one of those guys who was collecting Lego, building Lego, and sort of lived through lockdown, I still think that there's a part of my brain that is preparing for the next one. I don't know whether people are conscious of that, but I feel like they do.
Oh, you're just stocking up like beans and toilet roll.
Yeah, but it's like they were saying that like people who lived through the war, adults who lived through the war, they didn't like when they were told like you can give your gas masks back or whatever. People kept on holding them onto them for like 10, 15 years because they just never quite trusted that something like that wouldn't happen again, and they might not be able to get them because it was
also they're worth a lot on eBay now.
Well,
don't worry, Cool Han. No one's gonna ask for your friend sets. You know what I mean? Like, keep them.
But no, I just think that it is one of those things where it's like I say it all the time as a joke. I'm preparing for the next lockdown, but I feel like it only started then, and it's not just Lego. It's other things as well. And Kirsty's the same. It's just this kind of like I'll keep it, and I mean, I tell people I'm keeping it for my retirement, but really I'm just thinking, well, something else like that might happen again. It was a once in a blue moon thing, but it might just happen again. Like my book, every time I go to a charity shop and I see a book I like, I get it. You're talking a couple of quid in comparison to 20, 30 quid for a Lego set or whatever, but I still think to myself, yeah, well, in the next lockdown, I'll read all of these.
I don't think we'll ever have another lockdown.
He's got no storage of food or any other supplies. It's just going to be Lego and books.
Well, no, jokes aside, though, the toilet roll was a big thing, right? The toilet roll was a big thing. I think that was in the US as well, where when we were in lockdown, there was a shortage of toilet roll. And I've spoken to people since, and they're like, since then, I always got extra toilet roll. And we're the same.
Well, see, whenever like there's like the storms that hit us, whenever like they would issue the warnings, the day before, you go in the shop, I might go down and get some pasta or whatever. The whole aisle of toilet roll is sold out. And it's like, we're sitting there where it's like, this storm's only supposed to last one day. And people are buying toilet roll.
I don't think panic buying's a new thing, because when I worked in food retail, as soon as we had 2 flakes of snow, it was like, you'd see 1 flake coming out of the sky, and all of a sudden people would be in for 15 4-pointers of milk, 16 loaves of bread. And I'm like, it ain't going to last anyway. No. So even if you do get snowed in, which, hasn't happened in this country since the 80s, but it's like, even if you do get snowed in, What are you making with bread and milk? And also, the milk's not going to last. It only lasts. It doesn't matter that you've got 14 pints. It's still only going to last you 2 days.
I remember the COVID when it was and obviously the toilet roll thing. Of course, I carried on. I had to work, so I work in a children's home, so we're open all the time. No joke, we just had cupboards and cupboards full of toilet rolls. It was never short where we were.
Yeah, you're never caught short.
I should have gone, because there was memes, weren't there, on YouTube and that, of people going, come here, and I was like, trying to buy some toilet roll.
Oh, there are people selling. Like jokes aside, there were people selling toilet roll on like Facebook and stuff.
Oh,
like on Marketplace. I can't wait for the next whatnot.
But genuinely, it is a mindset thing. It changes people's mindset. It changes people's buying habits. The only people who were stocking up on that milk and bread when I was were people who were alive during the time where we got snowed in this country. Like, top to bottom of the country, we were snowed in and we couldn't leave. And our country doesn't prepare for it like other countries. We don't start putting chains on our wheels and stuff like that. We just, because we have both extremes of weather, we just never prepared. We're always like on the back foot. It's like me on this stream. But it's like, I feel like that there is a click in the mindset. And I'd be interested to know the people out there who've got a Lego backlog. Is there anybody out there in the community who had a Lego backlog before COVID? I want to know.
I don't know if I had
before then, so there you go. No,
I might have had a few sets that I built that I got before COVID that were like, I'm gonna keep these as an investment, and then I end up like opening them and then building them.
Was that your friend sets?
Agree. Duplo. No, but I'm at that stage. Like I'm definitely at that. Like Motley was talking about space. I'm at that stage where it's like I have no space now. Like I've been dismantling Lego sets, and it's like right. But I've also got like a mini backlog, but it's more for sets that like in the future I can pass down to like the kiddos that I maybe had as a kid. The sets are like ass, by the way. They're not good, like, but they're. Yeah, but
as long as you can tighten things up, tidy things up a bit, I might have a bit more space. But like I said earlier, Martin, and you mentioned about that Danny DeVito clip. I was telling the other two. My daughter came round today, and I said to her about coming and have a look at the AT-AT because she thought the Razor Crest was big. I said, come in. She went into the room. She said, bloody hell. And I thought she meant she went, Jesus. She said, how much Lego have you got? You've got 1,000 pounds. I was like, oh, yeah, you've been in it for ages. Yeah, she was like, bloody hell, Dad.
Yeah, well, she'd be happy. She'd be like, there you go. There's my future inheritance all sitting around this room.
That's a mortgage. That's half a mortgage payment.
Of course, after saying that, then she's like, "Oh yeah, happy birthday, Dad! Here's another Lego set."
she could trade in your Lego to escape Bristol.
No, but I found funny about what you said, Slurpy, is that you got those sets for when you have a kiddo. But you've got to understand, mate. As long as you've got that collection of Lego sets, you're never going to be able to have kids. Because in my case, my fiance was already stuck with me when I started collecting. Like nobody who's single who's got a backlog of Lego sets can ever pull.
See, that's
she'll walk in your room, she'll see those sets, and she'll walk back out. So you got no chance, mate.
That's why I started after I got divorced. I've done all that, got the kids and that, and now I can do
Yeah.
It
leads to the end of relationships.
That's why you got to meet somebody else who's into Lego.
Absolutely.
That would be nice. Or just anyone. Really.
Anyone.
What? Whittakee said it so
well, you know what I mean? They don't have to like Lego, do they? Cool.
They just need to have a pulse.
Yeah.
Or what? Accept it. At least accept it, right?
Yeah. What if Whittakee? You've got. Yeah. I mean, I have heard, and this is true. I have heard people say, "Oh, I'm thinking about giving up my Lego sets because my girlfriend don't like." Well, tell her. Sorry.
Yeah.
What if like they were like for real? What if they're like you made the perfect woman or whatever, and like they're into Mega Blocks or like Leppin? Like I love fake Lego. I love
me. Wouldn't worry me at all. I'm not so about that. Yeah, no, it wouldn't worry me. Why would that worry you? As long as it ain't in my room.
They're walking around with the War Star.
Has anyone ever said I'm into Mega Blocks though?
Yeah.
I'm just into.
Hey,
I want that person on the show.
Mate, I wouldn't even mind if they were from Birmingham, and that's
that's pushing it a bit. Like,
yeah, that is a bit.
Anyway,
we're
getting back to the subject.
Right.
So,
see what you mean about tangents?
Love tangents.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously you're starting up. I say starting up. You've had your YouTube channel for a while, but you're kicking it off now. Do you plan to? I know it's a bit limited with YouTube, so you wouldn't be able to necessarily copy across those Instagram shorts because it's a little more limited in terms of what you can use. Would you be tempted to shoot those across so you can build up a quicker following, or are you going to do it like, the way you wanted to carry on?
I was going to figure that out. So some of these shorts, I was wondering if I can convert them and just send them over to YouTube as well, and just see what it does to kind of put like a brand out there,
Yeah.
But I'm kind of relying on just our, like, whoever wants to stop by. Basically, Instagram to me is like the marketing platform for like your YouTube channel, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done TikTok. I don't think I ever will.
Same.
I do see a lot of some of my content getting posted on TikTok, and
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's all right though, because honestly, the way I see it, you can't just say like, oh, that's unless it's like some of the shorts that have me in it specifically. Right. But if you have like Danny DeVito or like Mav from Top Gun or whatever, those are all taken from movies as well, and I'm using it.
It's not your intellectual property in the first place.
Right. So they can use it. They can use it however they see fit. So
it must be annoying though that you put like the work into editing it together just to be rinsed.
As long as somebody gets entertainment out of it. That was the whole big thing about it. Like I'm not doing it to be famous or anything. I'm doing it just to kind of kickstart Instagram. I didn't know what I was doing with it. I didn't know really the direction I wanted to go. And now obviously with the hidden bricks and what I'm starting to get into, like with Lego, I just want to bring a different kind of aspect of it and different kind of content. So, and mix it in. I don't want to really go away from what I did because I feel like it's kind of like where you started, right? So that's why I've chosen to do like Mondays and Fridays normally, at least to do the meme content, and then some point in the middle do some other stuff. So,
well,
no, it makes sense.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on, mate. You're right.
I was just to say, just let you know, you've now got 5,685.
Hey. I don't understand. So I was losing followers, right? I'm like, whatever.
Well, you just got an extra one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But like before, like last night when I went to sleep, I think I only had like 5,600. It was going down. It was like almost 650 followers. And then now he just checked. I haven't checked it too much today, besides like the chat with you for the show. And you just said now it's up to 80. So that's like what, 30 followers overnight. I don't understand it.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't even think I'll even try to understand it. It is what it is. So,
but this is what this AFOL Bricks was talking about. He said that he just went from like nothing, like 1,000 or whatever it was, up to like 57,000 in like a matter of weeks. And then he said, and since then it's come down. He said, so I'm at 55 now. So I've lost 2,000 followers in like a matter of weeks. And he's still kind of putting that, and it's just like, he was saying that it's like great to have that many followers, but when you see him falling away again like that, you're almost like. He said he'd rather. I think he said, if I remember rightly, he said he would rather have a slower incline and it be gradual but always go up, than go up that much and then start coming down, because it's almost like people don't like me anymore kind of thing. And although, I try to teach my daughter when it comes to social media and stuff, don't see it as like, it's about liking and about attention and all that kind of stuff. But it's hard not to when you kind of just see randomly people have unfollowed you, and it's like, why? What have I done? You know what I mean? Especially when you're talking, like in his case, in the thousands. It's just like, what did I do wrong? Tell me. You know.
Thanks very much, Nimble. Appreciate that follow.
Mm.
I don't look at really the follows too much. It's nice, like you obviously see it because you're looking at different insights and stuff on like how your pages ran, you know, and the content, how the content is doing. Everybody wants to see that, or how many views. I just care if like the people who are in the community, if they like it, like the core. Like that's what I'm here for. I'm here for anybody who wants to interact with me. Because not everybody that likes the stuff is liking Lego stuff, you know? So we're in that kind of niche of a community where, yeah, this stuff might be funny to all, but if you keep seeing Lego content posted on your page from Mav Bricks, but you're not into Lego, you may drop and unfollow because you don't want to see that on your feed anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So.
That's true, but well, I just enjoyed watching you throw your boxes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered what it was because obviously the picture is like dude's just going like, and I thought that looks like he's having a poo. So I thought,
yeah, exactly. It just draws it in. I think what that one was funny. I was getting hammered a lot. Be like, I don't know why you're throwing boxes away in your trash. You should be recycling. And I'm like, that is my recycling.
That's not the point.
Right? I said that is my recycling. And they're like, no, it's green. Green is trash for us. I said, well, green is. I pay for bags to throw away, so we don't have our recycling bins get taken out, but we have to buy trash bags. We got to get a roll large trash bags with the town crest on it.
I'm Tom.
And it was only it's I think 5 bags for like almost $20. And you got to throw your kitchen bags got to fit in it. I think it only fits like 3 standard size kitchen bags. Put it out there, and they will only take it if it's in the bag. So,
but this is it just goes to show how like pedantic people can be in the community just because.
Thank you very much, Patty.
Just because, I mean, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be like, yeah, this is me throwing away.
I post stuff for me if I was like, yeah, that's what it should be about, really.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be just as a joke. And the people who take it too seriously, the amount of things, like I see shorts all the time, and then you see people commenting and saying, "No, actually, it's there," and it's just like, oh, guys, surely you must be able to recognize, you know, tongue in cheek. No, it's just idiots.
No, I don't take it. I actually heart anybody who does comments like that because they're all entitled to their opinion, and if you're commenting, you're commenting. I just don't want to see. You know, it going to extreme. Do you know what I'm saying? Like where you're saying maybe inappropriate stuff or any kind of like bullying and stuff on the feed. But and besides
what I've done is I've added the link to your YouTube channel and I've pinned it to the chat. So guys, go and check that out. Mav is obviously starting up. Well, I say starting up, like you said, you've had a YouTube channel for a while, but yeah, kicking it off.
Nothing's really been done with it. So you're right. It's technically starting. It's been created, but it hasn't been started. So,
but I'm pretty sure people would like to be along for that ride from relatively the beginning. So go over there, guys, and give that a sub. And hopefully we got some things to come. Aside from that, you can find Mav along with Keith, aka Indian Burt, over on the Hidden Bricks, which is its own YouTube channel. So at the Hidden Bricks, and of course on Instagram as well. So go check that out, guys.
I've got a question, unless somebody's already asked it, or I'm sure somebody has anyway somewhere. Where did the name come from?
That's actually a nickname I got in the military.
Right.
So
cool.
And it's been kind of like my name ever since. And I actually, honestly, when I was younger, that they called me Mav too. So it just kind of stuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it like from Top Gun then? So is that where that's in Maverick?
No, actually, it's my initials.
Oh, right.
Okay. So because when you're in the military and you write you write everything, you put your initials on everything, right? So it just kind of stuck. And then obviously my name's always had that kind of initial line. So everybody in the family has just called me that because there's like quite a bit of people named after me in the family. So it just was easier just to call me Mav, and it just kind of stuck. And that's what I knew going through school. And then then it also translated into the
Obviously,
military.
you don't have to answer this or not, but can I? What? So your first name begins with M. What is it? Well, you don't have to say.
You have to try to guess.
It's not. There wouldn't be 3 of us in the room, would there?
Oh, there would definitely be a lot. With the same name, probably. It's a common name. Yeah.
Is it Martin?
No,
No,
not
I
Martin.
was going to say because us 2 are Martin, so that's what I was going to say. No, I'm not interested.
Cool Han, you're muted.
Cool Han, I can't hear you. He's chewing. He was chewing. That's why he didn't want.
I was chewing, so I didn't want people to hear that. But then I also forgot that I need to take it off when I only talk.
Is it
no?
Mark?
But we're all M's. We're all M's anyway. So,
well, yeah,
2 Martins, a Matthew, and a.
Tim's got Mervyn down
Getting close.
Merlin.
No, not Matt.
It's not Melvin.
We'll make it like a game. If you guess it, I'll say yes or no to it.
Mike.
So, that's the short form for it.
Michael.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh hell yeah.
So, but it got really it was a lot of people named that in my family. So
no, I only brought it out because I thought it would be quite funny if there was suddenly 3 Martins in the bloody room.
It is. I should have just said yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is. Yep. It's 3 Martins. No.
Who's come up with Malcolm?
No, it's Marty, like Marty McFly.
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke, right?
Does someone say that?
Who said that?
Oh, Madlib's a Martin. Hey, welcome to the club, mate.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Shout out to Madlib. This is quite a good way to segue a little bit into the charity stream and talk a little bit about that. Now I know I'm conscious of the fact that this was Keith's, essentially his baby and his inception. So we don't want to sort of steal that away from him. But you were heavily involved, obviously his right-hand man through the whole thing. And it's worth noting that Martin, aka Madlib, shaved off his beard.
Yep.
And he's got quite, a long-standing beard, and he's been in the community. You can find him on his own YouTube channel, but also
he's on Twitch too.
Yeah. So I can't remember, where did I see him? I saw him on London Bridge, and I remember
that's a London Calling with Greg.
Sorry, London Calling, London Bridge Bricks. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant.
And I remember seeing him on the stream when we had the kind of test stream with Keith. It was his first time using StreamYard, so I kind of guided him through it live. And Madlib joins, and I was like, yeah, I'm a fan. Like I recognized him from that stream. I didn't realize he had his own YouTube. So afterwards I thought, I've just told the guy I'm a fan and I haven't even subscribed to his channel. But now I do. So obviously go and check him out as well. But so he does build streams and things like that as well. It's worth checking out. But yes, we had this kind of beard, which is kind of like, most people who've got beards are usually quite well known for their beards. But yeah, he shaved it off. I didn't actually get to see that. Unfortunately, I wasn't on in at the time. But just talk a little bit about, I'm going to throw it up here as a kind of background and make us a little bit smaller. I just want to talk a little bit about this whole, thing. I remember, what's the word that Keith used when he said, is it he telegates? No, something like that. Where that was something. Voluntold is what I taught him. Is what we were told in the military. And he kind of oh, I like that. So he uses it now. He's like, I'm gonna voluntold. It's not volunteering; it's voluntold. So, I was curious though about this. Is that I've tried to go back and check it out, but has he removed it?
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it was. It was too long to stay on the replay. I think.
Really? Oh,
it would have cut it. It would have cut it out. I told him he could probably break it up into parts and just do A, B, and C, or 1, 2, 3. Part 1.
Yeah, because I was always told you could only do 8-hour segments, and I remember saying that to him when we did the test stream. But then somebody else piped up and said, "No, you can do the whole thing in one." So I was like,
But
"Well,
I think it's only 8-hour segments. I think it's like half true. Like, so maybe posting.
I wish I'd kind of thought that then, because whoever the other person is piped up and said, "No, you could do the whole thing." I guess we didn't really make it clear that it would be nice to be able to watch it again. But no, look, either way, it was great to be involved with and to have been asked to be involved with that. And obviously, I came in and out. You were probably, aside from Keith, involved probably the most. But talk to me a little bit about, your experience with this, how it came to be, and like how it's doing.
Well, me and Keith had an idea of doing some kind of charity stream. This kind of fell into his lap because he was reaching out to different organizations or charities. I was as well. And then one day he just hit me with this. He's like, "Hey, I haven't told a lot of people this, but I already got into I already talked to Nacoa, and he told me all about it." And he's like, "Well, what do you think?" I said, "That's great. So what are you planning to do?" And then he told me what his idea was. And I said, "You can count me on board for anything." So pretty much he took it from there. He had the steering wheel. I was like, "I'm here for your support, man. So whatever you want to do, I'm going to be there with you." So he came up with the whole idea. I think there was some ideas that Nacoa put out, and then it was just like a collaboration between Keith and Nacoa, and then it blossomed into the 48-hour live stream. And I know, let's not just talk about me. Cool Han behind the scenes had a lot of help with Keith, like gave him a lot of help and guidance, and kind of helped with promoting it a certain way as well. And I think Keith appreciated all the help he got throughout the community from everybody that kind of pitched in to help, whether Martin joining on the stream. I know the Brick Maiden did towards the end when we were trying to get the last 7 hours done. Everybody, Click Brickworks, Mandy's Adventure, Chad's was also on there
Adventureland.
too.
Yeah,
Adventureland. Yeah, thank you.
King Katie on.
King Katie was on. Yep.
What's the I'm trying to remember the name of the girl from the UK.
Oh, Laura, Missy B Works.
Yeah, that's it. Missy B Works. Yeah.
Yep.
I always struggle when the name of the person isn't the same as their account name. But yeah. Yeah, no, it is good to have that kind of solid crew of people who kind of I think the only reason I really got involved with it was because we had been talking about the migration to YouTube, and he was saying about, I think he reached out to me and said, like, I'm going to do this. What do you think? Whatever. Run some ideas by me. And I said, look, you got to do it on YouTube, definitely. And then we kind of did a StreamYard sort of thing. But yeah, I think really where it came from, I say where it came from, I know you guys were one of the 3 accounts out of dozens of accounts who kind of got involved in the 48-hour streamathon that I did, or I organized along with Ostif. Shout out to Ostif, back in sort of January-ish time. That was for the California fires. And I kind of put it out there that, look, we're looking for people who want to do a stream. And that was the first time I think I connected with Keith, because he just kind of reached out to me out of nowhere. And I wasn't sure I was even following him prior to that. And it was like, we'd like to get involved. And it was like, great. Everybody else, apart from you guys.
I think Jen did it too.
Jen, and there was one other guy called Rich, aka Brick Rich 007. He was, those 3 guys, and all of them on Instagram as well, as it happens at the time, reached out and said, yeah, we'd like to get involved. Didn't know them very much or much about them at that point, but were willing to kind of dive in. And I thought that was, hats off. I mean, hats off to everybody who got involved in it, but for people who didn't know me from Adam and were just like, yeah, put my name down, I'll get involved. And of course, obviously, my relationship with those people flourished afterwards just because of for that, obviously for that reason. So I've gotten to know Jen a lot more, and the same with Brick Rich, who is going to be coming on the show very, very soon. He's lined up for a show in November, so I can quickly tease that. But so yeah, so and it's good, and this is, it's this, and obviously what we did then back in January, I think is like the heart of what this community stands for. I know there's people out there who kind of don't touch this stuff with the badge pole, but I think this is like, if you've got a platform, I wouldn't call it a big platform in any of our cases, but if you've got a platform and you're not using it for some good, then, do you really deserve it, kind of thing? But even if like once a year you do one little piece for charity or do something, I think, you can kind of, feel a little bit better about yourself, for spending all this time looking at social media and stuff like that. And I think it's a good thing. And like I said, it brings the community together. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. But this is actually still open as well. I checked it the other day because I posted my walk on bricks very, very late. And the quick story behind that, go and check it out on my Instagram. I've posted it over there. Basically, I edited it all together and got it all ready to go. The soonest opportunity I had to do was actually the last day. And I was conscious of the fact that everybody was doing these walks on Lego as part of the Stomp Out Addiction thing in line with this charity. But I wanted to stagger it a little bit. And I didn't have time to do it until the last day. So I edited it all together, ready to post, and something happened. I can't remember what it was. And if hopefully you guys will know, if you save something to your drafts, a reel to your drafts, and you expect to go back and it be the same as when you left it, then no chance. Certainly not in my case. So I went back then because something happened, and I was like, right, I'll save this. I'll come back to it later. I don't know what happened, but the audio was out, the stuff was missing, and I was like, I'd spent hours on it, and I was like, I had one of those kind of tantrums where I just like threw my phone. I was like, no. But obviously, I started seeing some more pop up in my feed. I don't know whether it's because I hadn't seen them prior or whether it was still going on, because it felt like it carried on for a while after that, even after that kind of week had gone. So I was like, look, I've got to do, I've got it here. I've got to spend the time. I've got to do it. And I saw the link was still open and you could still make a donation. I just thought, well, why not just throw it out there and see what happens? So I did it recently. So you can check that out on my Instagram. But yeah, so this walk on Lego, and I thought it was a kind of one-upmanship type of thing. And I was like, I can't just put some Lego on the floor and walk on it. I've boasted about the fact that I walk on Lego. I gotta do something different. So for anybody who hasn't had a chance to check it out, please go and check it out, because I really tried to push the boat out a little bit. And put it this way, I don't just walk on Lego. It is like, the length and breadth of my house kind of thing. But no, it's great to see people coming out for the community. And what I will say, guys, is anybody who's feeling generous and wants to support this charity, you can go across, and the link is actually still in my bio, in my Linktree bio, on Instagram, or you can go across to Keith, aka Brick Together, Click Together, and it's in his. Is it? Have you got it in your link in your bio at all, Mav? Or?
I think when I uploaded the new Linktree stuff, it kind of deleted a lot of the stuff, but I could trying to find the original link, which I think Keith still has. And you do have it still too. But originally we posted it directly on our bios. Yeah. So
yeah. But you can find it there if you I'd like to post it into the chat, but I haven't actually got the link available to me in terms of,
I think it was open for the rest of the year. But I think that segment of the challenge was just so you could donate. It's open for donation to the end of the year. And I think there was other stuff along the way outside of the Lego community that Nacoa was doing for this with the Stomp Out Addiction. So
have you got figures? Have you got any figures to hand? I know that's, like I said, probably
I got the figure. Well, we had 8,000 for our figure for raising between the 48-hour stream by the time it was done.
That's great.
Wow.
Which was good. Well, we didn't have we were just basically saying we just wanted anything to just be donated to the cause. Like we didn't have a set number. Would we like a top end number? Yes. Would I love to meet the goal right away after 48 hours? Yes. But we were just expecting, just put it out there. What we can get and what people can donate is fine. We don't have a set price, you know. So
No, it's fantastic. Sorry, go on.
Go, because like everybody else, we don't know what everybody else is dealing with too. So that's why we didn't want to always. It's not like a pressure thing. It's just putting the awareness out there that these kids struggle and are dealing with this, and this is a way we can help them. Or
absolutely.
Or support Nacoa for their mission to help them. I should really say.
Yeah. And it's the National Association of Children of Abuse, to kind of break it down. Addiction. Sorry, yeah, addiction. I mean, I've heard it called both, but addiction. So it's specifically children whose lives have been impacted by addiction, by proxy in most cases, parents and guardians and things like that. So, but no, fantastic cause. I was great to be involved. They even sent me a T-shirt, which was like mind blowing, but all the way from
Maryland.
Yeah, all the way from Ireland. No, I'm trying to remember. I think it came from I think it came from like Baltimore or something like that. There's a Beverly Hills in Baltimore apparently, so it came from Beverly Hills in Baltimore because I did a little video on it. It's like, yeah, I've just been sent something from Beverly Hills in Baltimore. But anyway, so look, guys, not too late. Go and donate. Really appreciate any support with that.
Also,
but yeah, and it was quite funny actually because we were doing like challenges. So like I think we hit a certain target, and somebody shaved, Madlib shaved off his beard, and then we had like, was King Katie gonna, I don't know, send like a picture or something to people?
Yeah, and I think Christopher was gonna do some sort of joke, right? Dad joke.
Yeah, that's right, dad joke, because he does the dad jokes on Instagram, and then Chad was going to do a Cher impression.
Yes,
because he dressed up like Cher. It was quite funny actually to watch. It's a shame we can't watch it back because we had these milestones.
That last kind of, I think that's when I jumped right back on. It was like when you guys were talking about what you guys could do to perk up the moment, because I know Keith was like his eyes kept like rolling back, like his lids, and I was like, you going to sleep? And he's like, no, I'm awake.
Guys, folks, I have to leave right now. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you did say you were only here till 9, mate. I appreciate you. So I appreciate your time.
Well, nice to see you, mate, as usual.
Oh, likewise. Good stream.
Thanks, Slurp. Appreciate it.
Hey, before you go though, can I share something?
Are you going to make fun of me?
No, it's nothing. I'm not going to make fun of you.
No, it's always about me, isn't it?
Are you going to make if we're making fun of Whittakee, go ahead. Or a whiskey.
That's why you need to stay, because it's funny when we make fun of whiskey.
87 today, thank you.
I just thought I'd do this.
Just
and then we got it. Yeah, guys. Honestly, though, I do feel awful that I forgot. So,
no, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Young today. There you go. And I even made sure I got a picture of you supporting the channel with one of our Cool Han Luke Bricks t-shirts. Link is available in the description.
And I'm also going to know what I must take medicine, because to look like that 87, wow.
Yeah.
All them stem cells.
It's like Dorian Gray, but there's a picture. There's a picture of him up in the attic, and the picture of him at the attic looks like him at Brickwell.
My lovely birthday treat today as well. Look, me and Craig Charles from Red Dwarf.
Oh, that's so cool.
Sorry, I forget to see.
Deadly.
Smeghead.
Yeah. Thing is, he wouldn't. I then went to queued up, whatever, and I had something to sign. And he's like, unless I paid, he couldn't do it. And I said, "Oh, can I have a selfie?" And he's like, "Oh, we can't do that either." I was like, "Bloody hell! I've just spent 60 quid on that, and you can't even."
That's all they could do is just take a photo.
That was they in front of a backdrop of Red Dwarf as well. But also the bloke who plays Nien Nunb in Star Wars, he was there.
Yep.
And there was no one queuing for him, so I went and seen him, had a little chat, and then I said, and I had the figure right with a brick, And I said, "Oh, is there any chance?" Because he goes, "Oh, you got the Neon Numb figure." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Is there any chance you can sign it?" And he went, "Yeah, I could probably do that." He said, and then he pointed to the sign and said, "So is this cash or check?" And I went, "What?" "No, I just want you to say." He said, "Oh, it's 30 quid." I went, "Don't worry then," and walked off. I was like, "Bloody hell, you want me to pay 30 quid for you to just sign my brick?"
That's
And
what
you
it
know
is
for
now,
a
mate.
fact, all he did was he stuck his hand and said the name of mask like that.
And that's the thing, you didn't even see him, do you? You see him, he's not as if he's someone famous or whatever. I was like, no.
I don't want to shit, right? Because this is going to sound horrible, but years ago we went to a Comic-Con in Belfast, and one of the guys there played a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens, but the photo he used was like the most generic looking photo, and I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that you were in it?
Hold on. It's funny that Nimble said that. I've been saying that all day, mate, as a joke. I was like, yeah, most people probably know him from Coronation Street.
Yeah.
But no,
I think it's...
honestly, I mean, I started watching. I don't know if you've heard of Red Dwarf, Mav. I know they tried to do it over America, but it didn't.
No, I haven't
get past
heard.
the
But
pilot.
I do know Comic-Con, and I do know the experiences like that where I'm like,
but yeah, I mean, it started in 1988. It's like it's a very, very British comedy science fiction program. Very funny, full of indirect, and I've been following it since 1988. So it's like, it was nice to see him and the bloke who plays the cat. They also had the actual bloke who Grant Naylor. He was there as well.
the writer, yeah.
Yeah, and Chloe Bennett, who came into it later on as Christine Kachansky. But yeah, no, it was really good to see. Like I said, and I did manage to get a picture. I don't know why. It's like, wow, he's there. I took a picture of John Barrowman as well.
Nice.
I liked him as Captain Jack, but sorry.
Yeah, smoke me a kipper, Skipper. I'll be back for breakfast. No, but
I smoke me a Skipper. I'll be back for Christmas.
Yeah, I got a picture of me and Chris Barry years ago, and that didn't cost me nothing. See, he was like, "Yeah, I'll take a selfie with you." But nowadays, you've got to pay for bleeding everything.
This is what we talked about. And look, I'll say this now. Me and Nimble put together a quick cheeky stream because the stream he was on, he wanted to talk a little bit about the convention that he went to, and we didn't get a chance because we were kind of packed out with guests and talking about other things. So I said to him, "Look, why don't we just do another cheeky little stream?" Which we did on a Friday night. And we talked about conventions, and I talked about conventions I attended as early as the 90s and how different they are. And of course, obviously I met some people who didn't show their face on screen. So Kenny Baker from R2D2 and Jeremy Bullock, namely, but the difference is from the original trilogy, people knew them and they became legendary over time. Whereas people like that who you're talking about, probably less, prolific. And the fact that they charge so much now, just you know what I mean? Whereas
that's like agents and stuff like that get a cut of that too.
You got 30 quid and you didn't even see his face. It's like, no. It's like,
and like it's worse when it's like.
And also, I made
before I go, when it's like an actor who played a character in a deleted scene.
Like human
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but even human Jabber is still quite legendary, though. I'd still want to.
Well, that's because he's from here, like he's a local, But that's why.
I just thought just kept you in there, Matt, because you got to go, didn't you? Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to keep you.
Do the Irish goodbye. Just don't end the stream, mate.
Yeah, don't end the stream. Imagine
it's not all about you.
Can you imagine if I'd have done that? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
You wouldn't have all the best, fellas, and have a good week now and a good rest of the stream. I'll try and catch it on replay.
Yeah, take it easy, mate. Yeah. Oh.
And Martin, you must have just quickly done that, but thank you. I appreciate that. It was lovely.
I did it. I did it while I was eating my food and conversating with Mav. So see. Men can multitask, they do everything shitter.
I went out Friday and got absolutely. Do you know what? I woke up Saturday morning. Obviously, I do remember coming home because that's the first time I really properly drunk on Friday. I remember that was it really. And I got up Saturday, went into the front room, and there was half a packet of biscuits and 6 empty packets of crisps. I can't remember getting home and eating those.
Perhaps your cat had them.
No. I
That's
was like, bloody hell, I must have been hungry.
okay. So the crisps are chips, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the biscuits are cookies.
Biscuits and cookies, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure
And
I
chips.
I
over
learned
here are
that
potato-
from Cool Han at
Yeah,
Brick
and
World.
chips over here are potato fries.
Potato fries. Okay.
Yeah, that's chips. Like
Yeah.
fish and chips. Crisps is what you call
Potato chips.
Yeah.
What I think is worth what we'll do, Whittakee, is we'll do a separate stream to talk about that convention because I think it's worth getting into. And if we do it after, because I want to do that. I think there was some good coverage there because it was nice to just, I can talk about Lego all day. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's nice to do like kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, but adjacent. Because it's kind of adjacent, isn't it? Because you do go to these conventions and see some Lego. I know Nimble attended another one, the Echo Base Live, when there was some Lego, but it was more.
Actually, there was a lot last year. Yeah, not that much.
But what I'm saying is, it's. I feel like it's a stream of its own.
Yeah.
And I want to start doing that as a second stream because we've been thinking of ideas for a second stream. And God love him, Garrett, who I started the Wallagan stream with, which is like a 1-hour show, similar to like what Mav said, where I was trying to start up a smaller kind of weekday show. We haven't been able to get it off the ground because he's busy, I'm busy, and he's 8 hours behind over in the Oregon Trail. So so it's difficult to get the timing right. So we're still working on that. We're still hoping to do it. But in the meantime, I've talked to Nimble about doing like convention or sort of a cult. Conventions I think a perfect example, but convention type talk and talking about like movies and stuff like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. So we can do a separate stream, but the difference is I don't know whether we can schedule them. So it'll be like once a month on a Friday night or something like that for now. Yeah. But why don't we put that in that segment? And I'm going to a convention very soon as well, where I'm going to be meeting. I've forgotten his name off the top of my bloody head.
If you are thinking about Fridays, though, mate, it have to be after 10 o'clock because I got my drama.
Well, that's probably not going to work again because Nimble can only do like 7-ish, but we'll sort something out. So what's the what's this guy called?
Oh God.
He's the one who's driving the main AT-80 on Hoth.
Is it Veers? No, is it
General Veers? That's it.
Veers, that's it. Yeah.
So I'm meeting the actor who plays General Veers. So first thing I did is go through all the Lego sets that he appears in and how many of them have I got. Turns out I've got, I think, 3 sets that he's in. So he's in this one.
Yeah.
And obviously I like the box for this one. This is probably one of the boxes I will keep, even though I don't generally keep the boxes. I still haven't actually built this, but it is open for whatever reason.
He's in obviously the one I've got.
Yeah, but obviously I haven't got that, and I can't take the box. The other set I've got is the 2020 AT-ST. AT-80.
Oh, yeah, I've got that one as well. Well, that's my very first set.
Yeah, do I remember seeing? That was your favorite set as well, Mav.
Which one? The AT-80? Yes.
Yeah,
the play set scale one.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember seeing that in your Ask Me a Question.
That was the first set I that really got me into
yeah, Lego. that was my I had 2 first sets. It was the Falcon playset from The Force Awakens and then the AT-AT. So those are the 2 first sets that I got.
It was a gift for me to try and cheer me up. I was in a bad at the time. I won't go into it, but and then from there I then bought the diorama Dagobah, and then that was it. Then the rest is history.
Down the hole, yeah. So I'm gonna put some content out over the next week because I'm gonna be meeting him on Saturday next week.
So he's charging for that, though, won't he? He'll probably charge.
Yeah, but
if you take your own stuff, I don't think they should charge you.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well,
Anyway,
no,
but
it's
but
it's
if-
actually a premium sometimes because it depends on the size of what they're signing.
But actually, the way it worked out last time was when I went to there is like I didn't have to queue because I was working at the convention, so that was like the only good thing about it, really. But you couldn't get a reduction off prices. You could have a voucher to have a signature instead of your payment for they call it volunteering, but they do give you a small payment, and it works out. You get more money then, if that makes sense. So, for example, rather than having £50 payment, you could get 2 meet and greets vouchers, which is the equivalent to 60 quid. So, but I didn't do that because I just thought, well, there's only one person I wanted to meet. So I got Biggs's signature last time. Now I kind of said the same thing, but what I didn't realize till afterwards, because I was like, really, if he's signing something of mine, I shouldn't have to pay. But then I realized afterwards that if you wanted something of his signed, you pay more anyway. If that makes sense, you still have to buy the product and get the signature. So really, the cheaper price is because you're having something of your own signed. But one guy went up and he had like 6 things. He wanted him to sign them all, and he's like, no, it's a payment for each thing.
Yeah, that's another. I'll be talking about that as well then at the convention when we.
But I
that.
don't need I don't need multiple signatures from the same guy. I don't see the point. I don't want to just get some random stock photo that he might be selling, because I've got bags of them and they've never been in frames. Like I said, I got Kenny Baker, I got Jeremy Bullock. They've never been in frames. I will frame them and put them up one time, but that is coming second to me sorting out my Lego collection, which is also not on the agenda. So I just don't see the point of it just sticking in a folder. At least if it's in a box, and it's on whether I ever build the set or not, I've still got the signature there. And I think that was quite unusual with the Biggs set because it was like a carded, like a blister pack figure, which you don't really see many of. So to have something like that, where just see if I can find it, I can't remember where to put it. To have something like that for any like Lego figure is quite rare. But so if I was to have something like this because I know there was some Imperial officers I gave to you, man, didn't I? But I don't think any of them were him. So they weren't named characters like the Biggs one was. But anyway, long story short, I'm going to meet him. I'm trying to decide whether I want this signed. And this is what I'm not going to put it to the chat now. So don't bother answering. I'm going to put it on Instagram as a kind of vote. But I'm either going to get this signed or the other set that I've got, because I have got the 8080, but I bought it secondhand from Will. Shout out to Will Bricks from when I was at Brick World. The other set I've got is the Battle of Hoth. And when I say the Battle of Hoth, I don't mean the UCS Battle of Hoth. I mean the board game, the Battle of Hoth. Because in there, you get the micro figure of General Veers. And I think that's cooler. The only difference is that there's a lot of I haven't got the box with me, but it's all pattern. So I don't think it's really going to stand out. Whereas if I do like a silver pen on here, it's going to really pop. It's going to really pop.
Yeah.
The only problem is I haven't kept this box in particularly great condition because I wasn't planning to keep it until now. So I'm like,
I'm only saying this to you, Martin, because I know you're not the keen. But what else has he been in?
Yeah, but I'm not a huge Game of Thrones. I mean, I enjoyed him, but not to the point where I'd want a signature from him. Yeah, he's in Game of Thrones.
Oh,
he was the Meister, the one with the beard. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. He was in a Tom Baker Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, that's forgettable. Anyway, we're going to get on to our sort of final topic, and hopefully, look, Mav, you're here, you're the main guest. We normally have a kind of main topic of discussion where I feel like the person can kind of get involved with, but also I don't know what your situation is with time. If you want to join us,
I got a little bit more time if you want.
Let me know just before you go, because I've got a couple of questions to ask you that I've been asking all the guests. So
that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we normally go. We try to keep the show now down to a nice tight 3 hours, and then what we do is we do a black ice, which is like our after dark, which follows straight on from this, which is an opportunity for everybody to kind of mingle a bit. I throw the link out usually in the chat so people can join on if they want. We don't tend to advertise it until we decide whether we're going to do one on the show. if I'm honest. I don't know whether I'm going to do one tonight. We'll see how it goes. But
We do tend
obviously,
to
a free.
down to 3 hours, didn't it? How long did last week's go on for?
Yeah, but that was different show, mate. Because that
5
was
hours,
black.
90
That
minutes.
was a black ice and
Cool.
free ball and rolled into one.
Oh
But
yeah,
so
Mayo.
free.
Yeah, sorry. I just saw a question from Mayo. Mayo, yes, that is a
Hi,
city
Mayo.
behind me. Right there. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure.
No, 100%, mate. Absolutely.
You have a city behind it, yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's a perimeter city. It goes from here and then all the way around, and it comes out over there.
Shout out to Slurpy.
So,
not Slurpy, Smoky. Sorry, blimey, I can't read.
It's going to be a second level behind it too. Eventually, it's going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are the? Are you going to go like vertical city?
So it's going to be
obviously platform at the moment.
It's going to be 2 levels, I think, and obviously that's only 2 base plates for each one because in front of it is custom road plate that makes the road. So if I put another more buildings behind it, I got to have 2 base plates. So it's gonna come back. So it's gonna be tiered up.
Yep.
I think it's when Cool Han actually brought me up a little bit bigger onto the screen. You could see more of the detail around the Lego room. The shelves come from back here all the way around. If I can, let me slide out this way.
The Star Wars, the AT-AT.
Oh, look at that! Look at that backlog.
Yeah.
Are those boxes or backlog?
Those are all full. And
wow.
Yeah.
I know I don't collect them, but nice helmets at the top.
Yeah, I got a couple more to build. That's in the backlog too.
I have to say, if there was one helmet that I would have, you've got it up there. See if you can guess which one.
What's that? There's one helmet. What?
There's one helmet. If I could, I don't collect them, but if there's one helmet I would get, you've got it up there. See if you can guess which one. Yeah, I know you know the answer.
Tells us every stream.
Would it be Vader?
No, I don't.
Would it be the Vader helmet? I'm assuming. No.
No, it's retired.
Oh, it's retired. The Scout Trooper.
Yes.
That's that. Yeah, because they with the. I have the Stormtrooper, which is not brand new. I got off of Facebook Marketplace because it retired. I didn't really like the build of that, but because now I have majority of them, I have to finish collecting them. The only one I'm missing right now is the TIE Fighter.
Now, I'm going to say now, I'd probably say every stream. Yes, he is my favorite. That's my favorite character as a Scout Trooper. I recently bought the one on the bike, the Technic set.
Oh yeah,
very
anti-Technic quality build.
So
slept on. That was so slept on. I mean, I don't like those buildable figures, but that was a standout. That and the General Grievous, I think, were pretty good. But because that buildable, in my opinion, the buildable General Grievous was better than the UCS General Grievous. It's just more about it. The UCS General Grievous looks crap, but that's just me. I don't own it. I don't own it.
Take, mate. I know a lot of people like that.
No, I don't know. It's just something about it.
I'm just saying it is a bit of a hot take. A lot of people do like the.
Well, and I'm taking into account value and price as well. In fairness, so you can pick up that.
Like I said, I'm very very anti-Technic, and technically that is a Technic set, but it just looks great. It looks like what it's supposed to be, and it's just great.
It's definitely a great centerpiece, but so what I was going to say is, and this kind of answers my own question, is that we obviously Martin's put it up there, and he'll probably put it up again. That we're not going to talk about the DS. The Death Star, but I did say that I'm happy to hear from people who've built it, because I feel like that's untouched grounds for us, because it's all well and good slagging off a set that we've never actually owned, touched, or built. But of course, seeing that you haven't built yours yet either, you'd have to come back and talk to us about it, mate, once you built it.
It's okay. I'm planning on doing maybe a live stream on my channel of the building of that. I don't know how long or how much I'm going to stay on for each segment, but I'll do little bits. I already started getting the keychains. I already talked to Martin, and because I do feel that they should have came with dual molded legs already, and the C3PO to have a printed silver and then no side detail. You get the C3PO keychain, and you just pull his legs off, and
but
then
it's atrocious, isn't it, that they didn't include that in a.
But they'll put it on a keychain. I'm not now. I don't know.
I'm not
what
even going to say $1,000 set. Just in a big set like that, it's just atrocious. Well,
Yeah,
because it's got the UCS title, Ultimate.
I think that's where they should have just did it different, and I think it would have hit everybody a different way, and there wouldn't be this kind of mixed feelings. Some people are still not going to get it.
I think it makes it worse with the C3PO because it is still in production.
Sometimes the stuff they do is questionable, but you can kind of understand the cost or whatever. When it comes to stuff like that, you're like,
there's no excuse. Absolutely no excuse.
What are you doing? Like,
well, you get a hot tub stormtrooper. That I don't know where it came from.
But even that one's not from the game, is it? It's different from the game one. So
I guess it's a good little fun Easter egg.
It's a fun thing, but it's not the actual one from the game.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
No. He's almost got Princess Leia shorts on.
They should have just labeled it the Death Star diorama, and that's it. No UCS, no nothing.
That's what we said. And I said that.
I think it would have hit
up with that in the first place. People would have been a bit more because that's what they expecting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't lean into the 25 years of UCS either. To celebrate 25 years of UCS, we released this, even if they were going to.
I do think no matter what, like it's going to be like glasses half empty, glasses half full with them, because for at least fans of Lego, because they're going to be people. No matter what they do, there's going to be people that like it. There's going to be people that don't like it. Everybody's open to their opinion, but I will say that it looks like they took into consideration, like, hey, we're going to build this big circular. I know it's flatter, but maybe they designed it that way to go up against like a shelf. Like you pull the shelf down, it can go flush against the shelf. If you have a sphere, now you have to have like a specific like
the footprint becomes massive.
I understand what they've done there, and it makes sense, but I just still don't like it. It's
I agree. I'm not, and what I'm saying is not to change your mind on that. Yeah. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If I like it, I like it. That's it.
I just think it's more that I don't like because what it should be. I mean, it's supposed to be ultimate, so they should have added all these, or not add stickers and stuff like that. Now, I did say I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm now going to have to ask you, and be honest, what are your thoughts of the fabulous GWP?
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I love it. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I think that could have been done better, but I don't know. And you could see that on Rebrickable, there's different people that altered it to make it look a little bit better.
I've seen.
I think there's only so much you could do with that, but it should, for something like that should have already been included inside that set. I do like the fact that the mid-scale Millennium Falcon can fit inside of it on the landing platform. I think that's cool. I don't know if they intended for that to happen, but it works good.
I still wouldn't have probably bought it anyway, but I think the TIE Fighter should have been in the build, but also it should have been better because it looks worse than a 4+ set. And I think the GWP should have been either Darth Vader's or Palpatine's lightsaber. Well, no, actually not his, because you don't see. Maybe Ben Kenobi's. Yeah, because you see
they could have. There's a lot of things they could have done. I mean, to be honest with you, it couldn't really have gone any worse.
Look,
but
what I got next to me, look. Ooh, look at that. Ooh.
Nice.
But what I'll say is this, right? Like I said, this conversation started because here in this particular stream, in this sort of sub community, if you like, we're kind of fed up of talking about it. But it's not that we're fed up of talking about it. We're fed up of talking about it from an outside point of view, because that's all some of us will ever get. And I'm happy to hear about it from people who are going to give us a perspective that we'll never have. And I like that balance.
Well, I have been in the store, and
it's all well and good bragging on a set, But somebody like Nimble, for example, Nimble loved the set. He stuck to his guns. He didn't, he didn't, take any shit off people when they were giving him abuse. He went out and he bought it, and he's enjoyed the build, and he's loving it. And I love him for loving it, and I love that he loves it. And we've all kind of said that. So now, if somebody's going to come on and talk about
shit, is he? Even if he
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is at least he's talking from the point of view of someone who's experienced what we've experienced, seen it, seen all the rumors, whatever, seen the whole process through, right through to the end in terms of purchasing it, buying it, and therefore it's just like what we said about the Rennie, where people are saying you got to stay at the Rennie, but have never stayed anywhere else, and people who've only ever stayed other places said you've got to stay at the place. There's no point staying in the Rennie. You can't know unless you've experienced it all, you can't, obviously you can have an opinion, and those opinions are welcome, but it's like we've talked that through now. Let's hear from somebody who's got a different aspect. So it's not like, it's not that it's off the table. I just feel like it's like we can't talk anymore about it because we don't know anymore.
I just know that one thing, I would never pay $1,000 for it. For me, like US dollars, I would never just put that amount of money. If I didn't get it for almost like half off, I would have. It would have been staying there. But
cool. Right. So what next have we got to talk about? Because I really have had it up to here with it.
Look, he's already going. Sorry about that.
So shout out to Coop. Since Falcon Fan 1414 disappeared into oblivion.
Yeah, he's just gone, isn't he?
Coop has done a fantastic job of filling in the gaps. And Coop, another example of somebody who kind of didn't really have, he existed in chat, didn't really have an Instagram account as such, and, started it up probably, a couple of months ago, and is already 5,000
as
odd.
quick as Falcon's gone, it's quick that Coop's come in and he's done brilliant.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's just another example of if you're feeding the beast in terms of the mass majority of people out there with juicy nuggets like this, then you can go from strength to strength in terms of numbers. But like I said, it's not about that. But it's because his information's got to be trusted, because he'll lose them overnight as soon as he drops the ball. So it is a gambling act. But yeah, shout out to Coop. We've had him on the show before. He's popped on a couple of times, and
lovely fellow.
I give him a quick shout to say, any chance we can talk about your, these are via somebody else, actually. I can't remember the name of the guy. It's actually on the bottom of the screen, but I don't think I can see it in this view. We knock that banner off me just a sec, Matt, just so I do the lip service.
Yeah, we've backed that up enough. Let me just find it. Here we go. Hide.
Right. Can you guys read that?
BrickTap member. Yeah, I think that says.
Yeah, so shout out to BrickTap, who is his Coop source, and Coop turns it into kind of this kind of format. Now, look, obviously there may be updated information, but I trust Coop over anybody else, so therefore I'd rather go with this. There have been pictures leaked. It's on the thumbnail of. Thanks, Martin.
You're welcome.
Of the Cobb Van set, the headpiece for Christ, what's his name? Christ, what's his bloody name now? The blue guy.
Oh, the other. Oh God. Oh Jesus.
I forgot his name with the brown hat.
Oh God, what's up there?
Oh, Cad Bane.
That's
Cad
it.
Bane.
Cad Bane. Yeah.
So that headpiece has been leaked. It's a brand new headpiece. Although I didn't see much of a difference with it, apart from the fact that it's got the kind of the cowl thing that goes around, if you like. There's also been leaks of, I think it's if I remember rightly, Coop's Instagram account got banned for a couple of days because he leaked the new X-Wing and the new
I missed
Pokemon
that.
set.
It used to be awful.
Yeah, the Pokemon set, the Pikachu. So he got banned for that. But this kind of stuff I think is a bit more. So I won't show any of the pictorial stuff because we don't want to get into that territory either. But yes, so there's that, and I think we also saw Sabine's helmet from an upcoming set. But yeah, just, look, obviously there's not a lot to talk about here because it's mostly just figures and numbers. What do we think? I mean, I'm kind of fed up of X-Wings, so it's kind of confusing that they're doing another one, but it is what it is. Vader's tie.
It's like what a lot of people, sites have said and stuff. You do have your evergreen sets, yeah. So you're gonna always have an X-wing, like a TIE Fighter or Millennium Falcon. So that's fair enough. But I just, I mean, I've heard the price has gone down now, isn't it, to 90? It was 100, but if by the sort of picture I seen, like as in somebody drew it, if it's what it is look like, oh dear. But they're missing the little set, aren't they? The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, well, this isn't everything. This is what, and basically what I want to do is because I don't think I want to put too much lip service into what is this going to be, what do we think it's going to be, because it's kind of boring. What I want to do is I want to look at this, and because Mav is obviously a Star Wars fan as well, I want to know what you want for these price points.
Okay.
What do you want to see? If this is all we got coming next year, taking away the two that are named, even though it's rumors, what do we want for those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 remaining price points? What would you like to see? Blue sky.
Well,
and we'll start with Mav because obviously, guest.
What I'd want to see, what I want to see and what I kind of assume would be, obviously the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out, so I don't know how many sets they're actually going to produce of that. You would assume it'd be something similar to previous years where it'd be small like play sets, but I don't know.
They seem to be quite a lot.
Are we going to get another buildable Grogu, but maybe on a smaller kind of scale?
There's a leak of that, but yeah.
I'm just I haven't seen actually any of the leaks and stuff. This is the first I'm actually seeing that there could be a Red 5 and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned to me privately that you guys don't tend to get into this kind of stuff, which is admirable. If I'm honest, we don't really either. It's not often we show up, once in a blue moon we'll show up this kind of stuff, depending on who's on. But I think we did a show, shout out to Will and Minifig Mindset, where we did like what we'd like to see. And I'm just trying to think what anniversary is 2026. It's not an anniversary of anything, is there?
No, I know they. From my perspective, they got obviously the ATSD play set before, a couple of Hoth sets, the probe droid, right, and stuff. I like Empire Strikes Back. That was actually my favorite of the original, movies. So I'd like to see more of that. Those kind of sets. It would have been nice for them to come out with another Hoth set or the snow speeder, because I missed out on that set previously.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Even if it will come around every set, because Hoth seems to be a favorite. There has been quite a few, and I think it will come around again soon in a few years or something. So
I don't know if there's a pattern to how they release. Obviously, if there's an anniversary coming up of a movie, that's what you're gonna get. But if it continues, like, are they doing it off a pattern? Are we just gonna go A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, then go back to the prequels to,
Because to be honest with you, I mean, probably a lot of people disagree with me, but I'm just fed up with all the clone stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm quite, considering my age, I'm
Martin, because bloody hell, me and Nimble actually agree with something.
No, like I like the Empire Strikes Back as well, but I do have appreciation for most of the Star Wars stuff out there. So, look, I'm going to say just a couple of blue skies. Like I said, there's no anniversary year, so it's almost like Lego have got free license, or Lego Star Wars have got free license to just kind of fill in some. This is an opportunity for them to fill in some gaps where they don't feel like they've got to tick any boxes in terms of anniversary years or whatever.
Yeah.
So what I want to see is, I finally want to see the Naboo shuttle, the Naboo cruiser, whatever you want to call it. Okay, yes, it needs to be chromed out, but I'm happy MIDI scale. Therefore, a lot less chrome pieces. We need it. And this is me thinking about this after we had that show a couple of weeks back where we did our Blue Sky
I'd love to see it, mate,
sets.
but I'm telling you, they ain't going to do it.
This is why I'm saying this is Blue Sky. This is what I want to see because, let's give us a Wookiee catamaran. We need that would probably come somewhere in the middle there.
They will have priority for the Mando movie, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think.
I feel like that's what most majority of the releases.
They do, don't they? When the new film comes out, they do. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I know it's going to be Mandalorian based, but obviously until we know what's in that show, what new sets are in that show, or what new ships are in that show, I mean, they haven't been known to
see this year compared to last year. Well, sorry, I know what I'd like to see next year compared to this year. I'd like to see more play sets. There was far too many, even though I liked them and that, but there was far too many buildable characters. No, there's far too many plus 18 sets, really, to be honest with you. You need to bring more, go back and bring more sort of play sets out, which I think a lot of these are going to be. So, I think they need to go back.
I don't think they're ever going to have a Star Wars CMF series, Majesto.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't think so. And even if they do, you either love it, there's going to be people that still moan and still hate it and still won't care. So
it would have to be really, really, really like opposite of what is going to happen in the sets, because that's how they sell these sets. That's what the draw is for most of these sets. Yeah. Unless you buy the Venator and then get a $9 mini build.
And if they keep doing these anniversary figures, that's kind of our CMF, isn't it, really, in a way?
I can't believe I missed this. It's my favorite movie. And considering I've been around since the original,
it is 10 years of Rogue One next year. Yeah,
good shout. Yeah. So, Rogue One. What do we want? What didn't we get from Rogue One? Because that Rogue One wave was in my opinion, the best wave in terms of every set was really good from that.
We already got the Y-Wing, right? Not the Y-Wing.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I've not got a Y-Wing.
Yeah.
I want a Y-Wing.
Yeah, the U-Wing. I mean, that was more in connection with Andor, but definitely, there wasn't a single stinker in that entire.
Is that the one you've got the whole release? You've got the whole wave of that now.
Yeah. I've got. No, I haven't.
Oh, I thought the last one was what you got at Brickworld.
No, that was from the Solo wave.
Oh,
now
sorry.
I've got everything from the Solo wave. Sorry. The Rogue One wave, I'm missing one set. It's the platform one where that's all it is. And I remember
the shore thing on the shore on the
I mean it was a Scarif. And it's just two figure or a bunch of figures, and it just kind of stood on this platform thing. It does nothing really happen, so I'm just like, no, I'm not paying for just a platform. No way. So I didn't bother with it.
But helmets, but I agree with this one. Yeah, a Shore Trooper would be quite
a Shore Trooper, or even a Death Trooper helmet would be cool.
Well, I guess they could do the Y-Wing though,
or both. They could do really.
The Y-Wing, yeah. I mean, with you another Y-Wing, I think
they could do the.
I haven't got a Y-Wing, so
they could do the Hammerhead, right? Too.
Hammerhead's a good shout. Yeah. Call up a Hammerhead Corvette.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think what else. What didn't we get?
Yes. Do you know what? Top pick that. That is, I would really love to see.
Even if they did a Battle of Scarif, but a better version of it, a better play set, something like that.
Do you think they could do a kind of play set where they're trying to get the plans, so you can have like a tower sort of thing and.
Yeah, something like that. That's the kind of thing I mean.
The room with K2O where he gets it or whatever.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what else. What didn't they really cover in that?
Did they do the what was it? The T3C shuttle? That what was his name? Krennic kind of flew in to visit Galen Orso when he was the farmer, or was in hiding.
Krennic shuttle,
it's not. They did do that because I wasn't around when that wave.
They could redo his shuttle, couldn't they?
Yeah, it's the big black thing with the like the Lambda class shuttle type thing, but in black essentially. Well, it hasn't got a separate cockpit.
The one they brought out as a microfighter and it didn't include him. included a pilot instead.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, saying that though, other people mentioned it before. Yeah, something like a little homestead. With Galen, you could have
Yeah.
Krennic with a couple of
What's up, Oaktown?
and his wife, whatever his wife's name is. Yeah, you could have a little plate.
Lyra.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Lyra back from the dead.
Yeah.
ACT, I think it was in that movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. With the kind of orange panel, and it looks there was slight differences.
It looks more domed than
Home Depot AT-AT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Home Depot.
I always find that a bit weird.
What are you saying, Oaktown? Anything that you want Lego to do next year, or if I don't think they're going to do it, but 10 years of Rogue One, what didn't we get that we want, or what do we need again?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we got Saw Gerrera and Galen Erso this year. No, last year and this year already at Figs.
That's what we need.
So,
we need. I know you only see it for a snippet, and you get to see it a little bit more in Clone Wars, and you get to see it a little bit more in the Andor first season or second season. I can't remember, but it's Saw Gerrera's X-wing, where it's like black and white, and it's got the kind of pattern on it. Oh, because I've seen mocks of that, and I've wanted to have a go at it myself, but I just haven't go around to it. But that'd be sweet.
What was the name of the shuttle the cargo shuttle that they took?
Yes,
you got to the planet.
That was a cancelled Lego set as well. That was a cancelled Lego set as well.
I'm trying to remember what they called it. I know it was a cargo shuttle, but I don't know what the name of it for the life of me was.
Yeah. No, I don't either.
Flew.
That's the one they flew in. You know.
Oh, do you Rook?
That's when they did the infiltration to try to get the plans. So
yeah, and I remember they lined that up as a set, but they replaced it with something else last minute.
Ta-ra.
Yeah, no, that's a good shout. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do, because I'm looking at these, and there's a lot of people out there who've been Star Wars or Lego fans for a long time and can look at this and have a good guess and be pretty much accurate. But I'm just not. I can't do it. I've never been very good at it. I'm just like, I don't know what they're going to bring out, and then when they bring it out, I'm like, oh yeah, I could have guessed that.
I mean, everyone's guessing at the moment, aren't they? For the bigger ones, it's going to be an 80 and a new Razor Crest play one, but that's just guessing.
Yeah,
I could see that. Definitely the Razor Crest. It makes a lot of sense with the Mando movie coming out.
But I think that'll be the later sets, because it won't be those prices there.
Yeah, that's crazy. I still got the playset one for the Razor Crest.
I don't know. The $159.99 probably could be the Razor Crest.
That's less pieces though, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the piece count doesn't seem right for that.
Well, I don't know.
That's probably another buildable Grogu.
Pieces. How much?
Yeah,
that was 900 and something pieces. That was 160.
Sarah wants another book nook, ideally inside Hogwarts this time. So I think if they did a Star Wars book nook, I'd be into it. I like the Balrog one. I saw it in the Lego store, and I was like, not a big Lord of the Rings fan, although I do respect it. I love the movies, but I'm not into it enough to buy Lego. But that book nook actually looked pretty cool.
Could have been a little bit better. The flames kind of just a little bit more detailed for what it was. But if you get the Wicked Bricks case, it looks awesome displayed.
Right.
I feel like the Balrog could have been a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and
it's just one of those sets where I saw it on paper or on streams or whatever, and I thought, it looks like garbage. But when I saw it in store, actually, I thought, actually, that's gone up a couple of points. But yeah, in terms of what could be better, that's more for a fan.
Sometimes seeing it in person helps.
Bigger sets, really. I'm not so much interested in the smaller ones, but it's the big sets because they stand out quite. Rivendell, Barad-dûr. Awesome.
Didn't they have the TIE Striker? Wasn't that one too? Like a different version?
Yeah, I got that. I'm looking at it right here.
Instead of keep going with if you need another TIE fighter or another X-wing, just do different variations of it, right?
Mm.
Don't do the same one. Oh, we don't need another.
'Cause there was-
Luke's, you know.
Yeah, because there was actually two versions of the TIE Striker in that film. One had a kind of
it's like a
I'm not
flat,
sure
like a flattish wing, kind of, and it didn't come all the way
Yeah.
down. It was only like half the wing. It looked like.
Wait a sec. Grab it down.
I got it.
See-
I built a model.
See,
That's
the
a-
one that it actually says there, I'm
So-
looking forward to.
so
because
this-
I have got one, is Vader's TIE Fighter.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I am looking forward to that if it's decent. But worries me about 7+. But
Yeah, but didn't we
Wait a
get a
sec.
Vader's TIE fighter like recently?
not since I've been collecting.
So there's a version of this that came out that's in that movie. You only kind of see it where instead of having like the rounded face, it's got like a flat nose type thing, and it kind of goes out to a point and across.
That's
How to
nice.
describe it. They did a version of that. So if they did that maybe for the 10th anniversary, that'd be pretty
What's
cool.
that one called, man? The TIE Striker, is it?
TIE Striker, yeah.
Nice.
Thick and dust though.
I mean, I guess they could always repeat and do that the Juggernaut, right? Because technically that's the clone turbo tank.
Mm-hmm.
They can just
But they just did it though.
Yeah, I know, but they would probably use the same parts and change the coloring of it and just label it the Juggernaut.
Yeah, but they need
Yeah.
to bring up.
Yeah.
They need to bring out a bigger set of that now, not just a midi scale of it.
That's true.
Don't get me started on the Juggernaut
No, let's not.
legs. But yeah.
Would it be cool if they had like I don't know if they'll ever go back to the dioramas or something like that
I wish they would.
of with the Imperial like a smaller buildable Imperial Star Destroyer that's over from the beginning. For the crystals when they were gonna blow.
Oh, Jeddah, yeah.
Jeddah, that's what it was. I would keep wanting to say Jedi, but I knew that wasn't it.
Yeah, that so lots of people did mocks of that. There was a load at the time I remember seeing, because I was in the Lego community-ish at that point, but in Facebook groups, and there was loads of people who were building that Jeddah like in a MIDI scale, sort of, no detail, but just kind of, and then using a Star Destroyer, play scale Star Destroyer they already had just above it, and actually looked pretty cool because it's roughly the same sort of scale and dimensions as the actual city itself. And just seeing that imposing, I thought that was such a great scene. The idea of because until then you hadn't really seen the Star Destroyers come out of kind of orbit. They would just kind of, and to see one just sort of come all the way down like that. And then that was like, oh, I never even thought of a Star Destroyer from that point of view. That was great. So it was an iconic scene, although it was short-lived. But yeah, people building that. So I think that'd be quite a cool.
But that's the
Like
thing. Why
said.
did dioramas get so much hate?
Diorama.
I love them. I wish they'd bring them back. I love the diorama.
Yeah. I liked what they did with the dioramas because they weren't going nuts on them and releasing like 20 a year or anything stupid. It was like 2 or 3.
Get any figures with them. It's only 2 sets that they bought out that didn't have figures. The rest did. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
the same.
what was it? The Trench Run didn't have figures.
yeah, and because they were done mini scale and like midi,
Naboo.
midi scale. And the
That's the pod race.
yeah, that's it. Moss.
Yeah, the pod race. Yep.
Which, funny enough,
Well, I think this is one of the best ones.
Funny enough, mine does. Mine comes with a minifigure.
Put a little Anakin.
It's a bit like the midi scale ships. I stick a midi fig.
I
stick a
got
figure
General
on them.
Grievous on the invisible hand for the midi scale.
I
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, at the moment, who's on there?
I feel like that's what they
Oh,
should have did.
I've
I think
just got
that's
I've just got a battle droid on there because I haven't got I need to get a Grievous figure.
would you pay $10 more a set if it came with a minifigure specific to the ships?
No, I think it just should come with it anyway.
No, I know that, but would you? Would it
Maybe
be
not
like
10, maybe 5, not 10.
okay, like what a CMF would cost? $6, right? If it added $6 to the price.
Yeah,
Mm,
$3.99.
I think it's just as easy to add your own. And save
No,
money.
no, it is. I think it is, but I would say maybe making it better printing or something.
Oh,
Well,
I
they
see what
don't.
you
They don't
mean.
have it.
So it's
They
like,
don't have a
yeah,
General Grievous, right? You can go out and find it, but you're gonna be paying more than like $6 to
yeah,
$10 for the General Grievous. So
Right,
the
yeah,
invisible,
yeah.
so the Invisible Hand coming out with a General Grievous minifig would have been
Mm.
nice, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the hand wasn't too pricey anyway, was it? It was quite
I
decent.
thought that was pretty good. The only ones I found that were more expensive, obviously, was the Falcon, the Tantive.
Active, yeah.
The rest of them was pretty reasonably priced, I think. You know,
hmm
I
But yeah,
disagree, but that's
but
just
definitely
me.
bring back dioramas because like I say, I mean, one of my favorite sets is
Yeah.
Dagobah. Just love it.
Those sporadic sets like that, the helmets, like obviously I didn't collect the helmets, but there's the helmets, the MIDI scale, the dioramas. That's my Lego in terms of the way they were releasing them, where they were, drip feeding us a little bit and I would have been quite happy, if I wasn't able to purchase what I did, to just stick to those sets. The problem is then you go a year without any. So we went like a year without any helmets, and then we've now gone a year without any dioramas, which is like, I feel like they're either trying to do too much or not enough, and they need to get that balance right. But in answer to Madlib's question, well, more of a suggestion. Mate, I got I haven't even bought all the 25th anniversary sets yet, even though I've got a case to put the figures in. So I'm so far behind. There's no way I'm branching off into Lord of the Rings. I just don't like it enough. Although it does look cool, but not enough for me to buy it. But good shout though. Anybody wants to purchase it from Argos in the UK, use code.
Well, I come to the
Red20.
conclusion I will never get the whole set of those 25th anniversary sets now, so I'll just let it go
What are you missing?
because I'm not buying that droid set.
well, that droid set
Yeah.
was cut, at least in the US, at Target, very very cheap. Like I wasn't paying $100 for it, but for $30 I did for sure.
Yeah, I got a good price on it. I
If we
can't
got
remember
it,
what, but it was
if we
reduced.
got it for
B&M.
30 quid here, then maybe, but I've never seen it that low.
Yeah, B&M I got it from. I can't remember how much I paid, but I got it for Kirsty and my daughter to do while I was in Brickworld. And then I was like, the agreement is though that I get the figure. But for me, I think the challenging one for me has been the Star Destroyer, because I haven't seen it in a good deal, even in I think Black Friday, and maybe Argos had a deal on it.
I think it was
didn't
on
come down with
Amazon had a deal like a while back ago where it was like, what does it go for, $159.99 US, so like $160 US. I think it went down to like
Oh, Matt,
111.
the Star Destroyer, right? Sorry, I thought you were on about the Super Star Destroyer, because that has never gone down. That's
No,
been out now for that came out a year before the mini scales, isn't
Well,
it?
I've just resigned myself to thinking. I mean, the main thing for the Star Destroyer, obviously, I want the collectible figure, but I don't actually. And there's quite a few ships within the basic ships within Star Wars that I still don't own a Lego set of. And one of them is a Star Destroyer. I don't have any version of the Star Destroyer, even though I've been in the Lego community long enough to have seen maybe 2 others that have come out. And I've never owned one. So I'm like, right, got to own a Star Destroyer. So why not? But because I've either missed a deal or I haven't seen a deal, and it doesn't seem to be as available as some of the other sets. And it's retiring this year. And it's like, what am I going to do? So I think I've just resigned myself to getting the Carl Kestis figure on its own from like Bricklink. Nice. It is a cool looking set, but I just can't justify another set of that size that I'm not just going to sit
better
in the
than
box
the
for you.
UCS though.
One of my
size.
favorite sets of
Oh,
the
yeah.
that was. I know people
No,
said,
100%.
"Oh, small," but no, it's lovely. It's just so detailed and
Yeah.
no,
So I think I'm just going to get the Carl Kestis and just take it on the chin. Get the Carl Kestis. I've seen the Carl Kestis go for about 45 quid, which is a shame because for another, I don't know, 60 quid, I could get the set, but I just don't see the point of spending that much money. I don't really want to spend 45 quid just to
I'll
buy
be on
one
the
figure.
lookout for you, Colin. I think I think I might be getting another Cal Kestis. So
Oh, well, if anybody out there knows or got a Carl Kestis up for grabs and is happy to sell it, otherwise I could hold out and try and see if I can get it at one of these conventions I go to.
But you still should be on the lookout because you do need the Death Star not the Death Star, the Imperial Star Destroyer, in your collection at least, and that's probably the best scaled size that you're gonna get, I think. unless
I
they
just
come out
can't
with
just,
a
I just
MIDI
can't
scale.
I just can't justify spending that on a set that I know I'm not going to build anytime soon. I don't know.
Oh, that's why you got to wait
And
for.
all,
Come on, do it now.
no,
right,
that's right.
right,
Well, there's
right.
double points right now. Coming up at on the 14th.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
And don't forget, if it's something you value, and you're on Lego.com and you have VIP points, use a little bit towards that to kind of cushion it down more to where you think it's more manageable. If you think $30 off, use $30 off, and then buy it on double points, so you get the points back.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, Matt Lee, I thought I read that he was retiring this year. Am I wrong? Oh, in that case, I'm not as concerned. I was just worried that if I decided not to get it and it did retire, then also the cost of the Carcassus figure would just jump as soon as he retired. So I was
don't
worried about
think
that.
it is retiring this year. It's like one of the last ones, I think, but because quite a few.
Okay.
No, I'm sure it's
I
not, but
thought
I
I
could
saw
be
it.
wrong. If
I
anyone
thought I
else
saw it
is
in a
in the
list.
chat, please put it down, but I don't think.
I
oh,
probably
yeah,
trust
yeah.
I probably trust Muttley because, well, I say probably, I don't mean like that, but I trust Muttley. But I thought I'd read that he was retiring. So, but yeah, let me know, guys. If you see anything out there, give me a shout. I know Muttley's usually got his finger on the pulse with deals, and obviously he's in the UK, so they're a bit more, connectable. So let me know, mate. But if not, we're going to Bricktastic. We'll be bumping into Muttley there. Finally getting to meet him and put a face to the icon. And hopefully you might see one there. You never know. But yeah, look, we need to start winding down a little bit now, guys, because we're coming up to the 3 hours. I know we're at the 3 hour mark on the clock, but in terms of the stream, we're getting close.
Right.
So
is it okay to me to ask Mav my two
yeah,
questions?
do your questions.
This will be coming up to an end soon. I have got some more questions for the next bit. So what I've been doing, Mav, I've just been asking just these two silly questions to everyone, all the guests, and you've got to choose. So you can either have nice box art, so not just this black stuff, black. Get good old decent box art back with no paper instructions, or boring paper box art with paper instructions.
Ooh, that's a tough one because I'm like 50-50 on that.
Wow.
But I do like manual instructions because, for instance, if you have a storm and it kicks out power and you got a little bit of light and stuff, but you don't have enough for like internet's down, you can't bring up the instructions unless you've downloaded them.
And all you're going to be able to do all day is drink pints of milk and bread.
Yeah, milk and bread. Milk and bread. Yep, that's all you gotta do. Nothing else. But I do like the box art better. I know it seems like it's premium, it's eye-catching all black, but to me, the detail in the box art is what draws me. I wish we were back to when I picked up the AT-AT for the 2020 for the playset. I love that box art. Like that was really good. I mean, what Cool Han's holding up, it really does pop the set because there's nothing else distracting you from it, but there's no really appreciation for like the marketing aspect.
I think it kind of works on a diorama set like this, because if you were to put a background on this, it kind of loses its touch because this is a diorama rather than a ship in a background.
I just think they've used it too much. It's like nearly every year.
Yeah, they've relied on it too much. You're definitely right there.
I think they just need to use it for certain sets, like maybe a UCS set, all black, and then like the little smaller dioramas, but everything else, play sets and stuff should have nice.
Have the box art or the paper instructions.
I'd probably say the box art. I like art. I like the art. I like the cool the box art because obviously, if it's good.
I will say, I mean, it's still very low on that one, but I will say I didn't think anyone would pick that, and we've had a few.
Well, especially for Mav, who's going to go and put those delicious box arts straight into his recycling bin anyway.
Yeah.
So
what I'll say about that, right? Because I'm surprised nobody else has said it. They said, the UCS ones, have the black one. Why don't they go back to what they did with the Millennium Falcon? You had a beautiful thing with a black border. They could do that. Have a lovely Millennium Falcon UCS.
I think there just needs to be a change up because we're getting paper instructions no matter what, and eventually they could phase out because if you get a Bricklink set, which is part of Lego now, it's all digital instructions. There's no paper.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either.
So,
I do like having
one. Sorry, the other one is so you could either have just arm printing or dual molded legs. Can't have one or the other. Across all,
I would say dual molded legs.
Okay.
Just because I value like a lot with. I think there's a lot more different varieties you could do with dual molded legs.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much. That's it. That was the 2 questions.
Okay.
Oh, so we're gonna do weekly pickups before we go, or?
Yeah, before we do that, though, one last thing I want to do because I'll forget otherwise. Just throw this up.
Just to remind everyone about.
Yeah, what we got coming up. So we are 3 episodes into our. No, 3 episodes into our current 6-week schedule. I'm in the process of locking down the next 6 weeks, so I'm actually ahead of schedule this time. We've got 2 slots available. So waiting to hear back from those invitees, and if I don't hear anything back, I'll move on to other people. So, and again, guys, I say this all the time. There's a couple of people who've been in the chat today. If you want to be on the show, please let me know. Obviously, there's people who I'm working through in terms of people who have either asked in the past or who I've connected with and kind of said, look, come on the show. So I'm kind of working through the list in that way. There's no kind of priority in terms of, anything else. It's literally just, I've spoke to this person 3 months ago and said you can be on the show. And Crimson Toast is a perfect example because Crimson Toast has been asking to be on the show for about a year, in fairness to him. We've just never been able to lock down a date. Now we have.
Awesome.
So what we've got coming up here is next week's show will be Brickworld. We'll have Mark Larson from Brickworld coming on the show. Again, somebody else
Awesome.
we've been trying to lock down for a while. And again, Mark actually reached out to me and said, can I be on the show? I've got a couple of dates up coming. So it was great to, for it to be coming both ways. So he's going to be on the show. We're going to be doing some Brickworld hype and talking about all that kind of stuff. The following week, I've yet to lock down somebody from this. So it could just be like a kind of praise because I'll be working at Brick Festival on it's actually the Saturday coming. So it'll be the day before the Brickworld show, but I wanted to commit to Mark for that show. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I know Nimble has been, I know Martin, you've been. So we can talk a little bit about smaller brick festivals. And then after that, we've got Crimson Toaster coming on. And he's going to be talking a bit about mocks and growing up in the what I call the newer generation of Lego creators. And yeah, just an example of what we've got following on from that. London Bridge Bricks, just trying to nail down an episode with him, and we're going to be talking about Bricktastic because his show is the official Bricktastic hype show now. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and hyping that up because a load of us are going to be going across. We've got Brick Rich 007 coming on for a show along with his son Brick Bob. We've got a guy called Nappy Buffalo appearing on an episode, and one other, but I forget off the top of my head. So apologies if you're listening and that's you. But I will get the next 6 week slot up very soon. But yeah, this is what you guys got to look forward to. We're here every week, 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern in the US. Every single week, we have not missed a show since this show was first created. We've never missed a show. Never missed a show. I mean, we were going fortnightly to start with, but as soon as we committed to going weekly and changed it from a fortnightly to a weekly show, we've never missed a show there either. So, something to be proud of. But
I think we've always made sure that we've even popped in for 5 minutes, haven't we, or stuff like that, if we couldn't make it.
Yeah. I don't think I've never not appeared on the show, even if it was for like 5 minutes pop in. I think I've only missed 2 where I wasn't actually on the panel, but I came in to say hello.
Yeah, 'cause one time
And
from
that-
work though, when it all went a bit wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, my signaling work is shocking. But look, that's what we got coming up, guys. I appreciate you again. If you're in the chat, I know it's Madlib, Brick Maiden. I'm not sure who else. Hoarder66 Will was in the chat. Any of you guys, if you want to be on the show, especially if you haven't already, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to line you up. I even tried to get Sarah to come on the show, but she was having none of it. So,
Oh, come on, Paddy.
but yeah, I said we could do a build stream together. I've tried Muttley a bunch of times. Magisto's workshop. I know Nimble would love to get you on, mate, as well as the rest of us, of course. Unfortunately, it is a face show. We do feature people's faces. So if you're one of those people who stays, behind a closed camera, you'd have to keep it for another stream, one of the more open streams where you're not the featured guest. In that case, it'd be fine. But yeah, guys, reach out to me. Let me know. If not, I'll see you every week. And we'll try and line up a good show for you every week. So yeah, go for it, mate. What do you want to do? Pickups? Whoops.
Yeah, well, not so much pickups, but presents.
I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
Well, obviously, because I don't know if you know this, but it's my birthday. Whee! So yeah, I got
happy birthday again.
Thank you very much. I got a present. I mean, I did get some pants and socks. I won't show you those, even though they are Star Wars. But so yeah, so my kids
pants. He means underwear, Matt,
yeah,
not
sorry,
pants in trousers.
Yeah, underwear.
Oh, okay.
yeah, not trousers. So I thought we'd have a little game now as well because I gave them a choice, right? So it was either the Jango Fett Save One, the play set, K2SO, the Force Burner, or Chopper. So which one do you think they bought me?
Who's this now? Your workmates?
No, my two kids, my Connor and Indy.
The options were
they went together to buy you one.
Yeah, they always do because
say the options again. K2SO, Force Burner.
Bought a house, so I didn't really expect much. So what was it? It's the Force Burner, K2SO, the playset Save One, or Chopper.
K2SO.
Okay.
Yeah. K2SO.
Okay. How about you? Any guesses?
I don't know. Maybe Chopper.
Chopper.
Sorry. Yeah.
Chopper.
Give the points to Mav.
Wow. Well, at least they're not cheapskates.
Ooh.
Chopper. There you go.
And I've got us. Right, what time is it? It's good at 9:30. Good.
Fuck you, Chopper.
Nice to show off my chopper.
I can't say the R. It just doesn't come out. I don't know why. Sorry, guys.
Chopper.
Sounds so unnatural if I say the R.
Well, it's not every day I get my chopper out.
Magisto, if you're coming on the show, are you going to show your face? In which case, you'll be more than welcome. We love you. We'd love to have you on, and we love you.
There was me moaning as well last week about too many buildable figures, but never mind. But it is a good one.
That is a good one, mate. Yeah, fair play.
It'd go nice with me R2D2 and
3PO
and 3PO. And like I say, I know they don't go together, but obviously you've got C3PO and R2D2 together, with his hand on. And I just thought, I know they don't go, but I could do the same with K2S and him just together.
No, well done, mate. Happy birthday and good score.
I wasn't expecting that one because that's the most. That was out of the four. That was the most expensive one. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting maybe the Save One because it's on sale as well. It's like 49 quid, isn't it, at the moment? Quid is pounds.
Oh, the Django one,
yeah. But I might just buy that next month. How many wages?
Magisto. We've had, I think, 5 now first time face reveals on this show where people have not shown their face until they came on air. I think we've had 5 now. I can't remember them all. Nimble was one. Papa Trip was one. I forget the others, but there's been a good few.
Torso Cracker? Is that
Torso Cracker?
Yeah. Oh, what about Lightning Lord? Was he a first one as well? Or
yeah, Lightning Lord.
Yeah, might have been.
I know, I'm doing well here.
Yeah, you've got a better memory than me, mate. But we've had a few. It might even be more actually, because I'm pretty sure there's more than that. But they've honoured us with their showing their face in the community. Look, and I appreciate why people don't do it. So there's definitely no pressure. But I think the show works better, particularly when they're featured guests. We have another show which we do randomly, which is the longest show called Cold Fusion Stream, which is a community building stream, which is just anybody coming on, get to know each other, talk about whatever. And then obviously we got the Black Eye shows, which when they happen after a regular show, that's kind of,
Is there one happening today?
Mate, I know you always ask me this, but I can't tonight, and mostly because I've got to get up really early in the morning. But again, I'll say the same thing I always say. If Matt wants to run one, he can, because obviously he's got stream access. But
yeah, I won't
we can't. We can leave you in your Oaktown though, because then you can end the stream. So
yeah, correct. Yeah.
But otherwise, I'd let that happen as well. So anyway, it's up for discussion apparently. So we'll have a chat with Magisto. But so any pickups for you, Mav?
As far as what?
So pickups is we call it pickups, but look what I built as well.
Yeah.
So
anything and I built that.
Anything you've purchased or built this week?
Well, yeah. It came in this week, which was the, I can't say it.
the name that must not be said.
Nope, the name that must not be said. Yeah, what did I pick up? Oh, I did pick up because it was on sale.
Do you mean that?
Yes. I picked up the deli from Spider-Man, and I picked up the Peter Parker's apartment because I'm planning to do Rebrickable to make something for the city.
Cool.
Ordered some PAB. Obviously, that's stuff that we can't add to our our parts inventory that like Lego keeps for us for our sets, right? Or the Get Bricked app, if you're loading your stuff in there. Trying to build through stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get through other stuff. I'm waiting for a shipment that should be coming in. Then I could start I'm gonna call it the Black Pearl, Captain Jack's pirate ship, so that way I could build that as well. That should arrive. But as far as everything else, I haven't touched anything this weekend. It was pretty busy for me. So
yeah, I've been hearing about this Captain Jack Sparrow's thing. Then, so what is it called? Captain
Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. They don't call it the Black Pearl anymore. Yep.
Yeah.
Why? I can understand with the slave one thing, but what was the problem with
that? Yeah.
I don't know, but
Captain Jack's.
Apparently, black is now a censored word.
In hives, don't say it on air.
Wait, what? Say it again. Because what? Because black is a censored word.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the logic behind it. I'll be honest.
I don't know what it is. I think it's more of a Disney thing because I noticed that with the Disney IPs.
I think they might have said as
because
well,
even the
Pearl is, but they know that it's Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. So
just like Jango Fett's fire spray starship, right? That's what they called it, but it's
but I get that because of the word slave, and I kind of I don't get it, but I kind of get it if that makes sense. But anybody who's been around long enough to remember the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and older again, the ride, which is where the films originated, will know it's the Black Pearl. I know.
Still do you know on there. If they still call it the Black Pearl in the movies, so it's not like you're changing it.
So I don't. It doesn't make sense. I'm just curious as to why that was. What was the decision behind that? Do we actually know, or is it just we all just kind of guessing?
I do think it's a lot to do with the Disney. It must be like Disney and the IP. It might not even be Lego. It might be Disney proofing.
Yeah, I think it's just Disney.
Like I said, I heard that Disney said it's because people would they'd know it more as Jack Sparrow's than the Black Pearl.
Well, just like that's rubbish. What was it?
I know, that's what they quoted. Whatever.
What was it? Indiana Jones sets. They got rid of the Temple of Doom.
So that
was supposed to be coming out. Like it was actually set to come out.
I'm
And
so
Yeah,
looking
that's awesome.
forward to that because I got the other ones as well. I love the Indiana Jones.
yes, so do I. And it's just part of the Lucasfilm, you know.
Well, that's why my daughter's called Indiana.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Cool.
double N though.
Have you seen the new film, the new horror film with the dog, where the dog is named after Indiana Jones?
Oh,
Which one's that?
It's called Good Boy.
yeah,
Oh,
good
that.
boy. Yeah.
I haven't seen. I want to know if he dies. I don't want to watch it if he does.
But if I tell you, then you're going to know anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
but then
spoilers.
no, don't tell it on here because people might not want to know the
I
spoilers.
haven't actually seen it. I'm just saying, we're probably going to go and see it at some point between now and Halloween. But
I was going to
Because
go
you
and
actually-
see Tron, but after what I've heard, I don't think I'll bother.
oh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm a
I still
massive
think
Tron fan.
I still think
Tron is
think-
number 2 next to Star Wars for me.
I still
Um,
think that no matter what somebody says about a movie, you got to go out and watch
Yeah,
it yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, because sometimes their views are different than how you enjoy
True.
it.
Yeah, and most of those fucking bums have probably never even seen the original Tron or don't even
Here's
know.
a hot take. I love the Kenobi series.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I don't really mind
I don't
it.
hate
mean,
it. I don't hate it.
I don't understand why there's so much hate about it. Everyone brings
Yeah.
up that one scene with Leia. It's like, yeah, well, that's
People
one
jump on the
scene.
bandwagon, mate. It's like everybody else is
Mhm.
saying it's bad, so it's bad. I've got to
Mm.
go with the bunch of sheep. Like,
Just here's what I think, and this is what I'm just going to stand by, and this is how I think of everything. Growing up, having the originals, right?
Mhm.
That re-release. Obviously, I wasn't there when they first aired or came out.
I was.
But yeah, you were. Happy birthday. But you had the prequels, and then it was just a long, empty span of nothing, right?
Yeah.
Now Disney Plus is creating content for you, and these shows. We have more different parts of the Star Wars universe than we ever had before. Obviously, we did have the Clone Wars series and the animations and stuff, which was good. But just be happy that we're able to have all this kind of content, Star Wars content that we weren't able to have, good or bad. It's there. You
I mean,
know?
obviously, like you said, you saw it in
that's
the
true.
90s, whatever. But I think sometimes with the OT, especially with people my age, it probably hits us more because back in the late 70s, there was nothing like that. You didn't even have any, media, any internet or anything like that. There was nothing. And then suddenly these films came along, Star Wars, and you had nothing like that. It just blew your mind away. That's why I think it's made a massive impact for people more sort of my age sort of thing. Because all you had really was, like I said, and I will bring it up, was Doctor Who with the dodgy sets and cardboard things and stuff like that. And obviously there was Star Trek, but nothing to that scale of Star Wars. There's nothing. So what are you doing that for?
Trek. Star Trek.
You said the
Trek.
Oh God.
The shit Trek.
No,
I know
whatever people
Oaktown.
say, mate, it's
I know
gonna sell
Oaktown
like
is
hotcakes.
I know Oaktown's a fan of Star Trek, but
It's
obviously
gonna-
he thinks
well,
it's
whatever
from,
people say, it's going to
'cause
sell like hotcakes.
what was it Oaktown said? The Star Trek is for more intelligent people. Star
Oh
Wars
no, I
is for
wouldn't quite
I was
go
dumbasses.
trolling you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of true. But
Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to be getting off in a minute because I'm shattered.
yeah, that's it, guys. We're closing it off.
Lovely show, though. Lovely to meet you, Mav.
Good to
I
meet you
built
too, Mark.
nothing. I built nothing. I bought nothing, and I'm putting that down as a win. Well, not the built nothing, but I was saying I did a stream, but I built a block tech set on a stream. So go and check that out if you haven't already. It's quite cool looking. It's called the Pop Drip Bear by Block Tech, and Block Tech are really up in their game. And the company I work for has just signed a deal with them, so we're doing like a whole range of their products now. And I've had a quick sneak peek at them, and they actually look pretty good. In fairness, obviously they're nothing on Lego.
I decided
There's nothing on Lego, but a good second place because the quality of the bricks is there. The build.
I don't know. Lumi Bricks is looking pretty good.
Besides their figures.
Yeah, their figures just no.
Well, in fairness,
you
the
ain't
Block
gonna
Tech
get-
figures are dog shit as well. So
Yeah, all non-Lego figures are pretty dog shit. I mean, Mega Constructs has their own style that I think it depends on who you are if you like it or not. But I think most of the other ones, especially when they're trying to like kind of copy the minifigure, it just doesn't work.
no.
I don't think they could fully copy because I think Lego still
Correct.
has pattern for
Yeah,
that.
they still have
so
the pattern. Yeah.
So unless you want,
that's the only thing they didn't drop the ball on. Because honestly, if they kept up with their patterns, I don't think anybody else would have been making the same style bricks.
Nope.
So,
but look, guys, this is going to be us. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciation for our guest this week, which is Mav Bricks, and I just want to say a quick thank you to Mav, who's been, a supporter of the show since almost the very beginning. I remember you popping into the streams right way back when we first kind of started. I know it wasn't that long ago. It was like 14 months ago. I remember you popping in and always kind of, hello, hi. I don't think I even knew what you looked like at that point, but
I don't think
you were
anybody
popping
did
in.
at that point.
I feel bad that I didn't speak to you at Brookwood, so I will next one.
Yeah, I didn't even know the whole crew was mostly there. The cool hosts, right?
Yeah, I was there too.
Then again, I wasn't very well.
Yeah, actually, there's actually 8 of us in total. The extended co-hosts, also some are more slacking than others, and actually every single one of us was there, and we got all of us on stage at one point on joining the show.
That is awesome.
I will say it's really tough though when you go and you see everybody on like online or on the socials, and then you get there. Unless you could see it distinctly, you could just walk by somebody that you might have talked to for like ages, just because seeing it firsthand, seeing each other firsthand, it's different.
Yeah, and you almost walked past me that time because I wasn't wearing sunglasses. You had no clue who I was.
I had no idea. I was like, he has eyes. I'm like, oh my. Like, what is it? He's like, basically, you're like Cyclops from X-Men to me, right? You got to have the button. You take it off, and you're like,
he came up to me like nearly on the first day, and he was like, "Hello, Whittakee," and I was like, "Oh yeah, hi," and I walked around. I was like, "Who the hell's that?"
Yeah, but there was one part actually when I was in the hall, and I remember walking past the entrance, and I had my sunglasses on the back of my head, which obviously, when you haven't got hair, they don't work on the top of your head, and they make indents, so I have to put them on the back of my head to protect them. And I was walking past, and I just heard 2 people. It was Ernie and Burt running up behind me and going, "Cool Han, Cool Han, Cool Han." And when I turned around, they were like, "Oh no, you're not him, you're not him." Because obviously my head looks probably the same at the back as it does from the front. So that was quite funny, and one of those little moments that I'll remember and I'll cherish because it was like, it was just a natural thing, quite funny. But no, I appreciate you, mate. Obviously, everything you've done in the community, both for your own community, along with Keith, and a big shout out to Keith as well. As a great pairing within the community, and you're lucky to have found somebody like myself who found people who connect with really well. We're not some great content there, and like I said, any support you've given me and vice versa. But guys, go and check out the Hidden Bricks. It's a YouTube channel of its own. You can also find Mav on his YouTube channel, which is pinned, and you can go across and find all of that on Instagram as well, and check out some of the shorts that Mav does. He does a chat show as well, so he is known for both. But if you like your kind of short form content just to kind of get through the day, scroll through some of those. They're quite funny. In fact, they're really funny. So go and check.
While we're on.
Yeah, on the stream. Yeah, thanks. But no, really appreciate it, mate. Appreciate your time. And obviously, Whittakee, Oaktown, pleasure as always. I'm going to throw up this thing one more time. Since
I appreciate you guys
having
me.
Yeah,
Slurpy. Did you do this? Happy birthday, whiskey. Who did that? Was that you or Slurpy?
That was Slurpy. No one.
Sorry, somebody.
And in case any of you missed it earlier on, it's Whittakee's birthday. Happy birthday, Whittakee. 87 years young today.
57.
Why didn't you do 6'7"?
Oh, 57. That's another 10 years. Well, thank you everyone for my birthday wishes and that. It's been a great weekend anyway. I've like I said, met Craig Charles today. Had a good time with my mates on Friday. It's been brilliant. And finish it off on this show. Great.
What any closing thoughts from yourself, Mav?
No, I really enjoyed coming on. This is a great little community that you guys have built, and it's great that we're all interconnecting. I think that's the beauty of this community is to interconnect. Like I'm here, some of my core, community members have come on and joined. Brickman, Madlib, Crypto, It was great to have them on, and vice versa. I hope
Absolutely.
everybody can just go and show everybody in this community love, and
Mhm.
that's what we're here for. We're here to
Mhm.
build a community and enjoy what we're kind of building or what we're collecting.
100%. Yeah, no, absolutely. And obviously, I value guests who have the same kind of values as me in terms of being connective tissue to each other. But it's great. So yeah, look, appreciate you guys. And let us play. Which one am I going for? Let's go for this one. Let's play you out.
Cool, hang low, rock your head to these beats like you were surfing. A Lego chat show to which we welcome all, talking shit, spitballing and busting your balls. We all love Star Wars, the uniting cause.
Goodbye, Muttley.
Thanks, Muttley.
Where is the? Nope. That's not it.
You press the end screen and it does the end thing and then just.
Yeah, it's been. I switched it off though, mate.
Oh,
So
right.
I gotta add it back in because I did a different stream the other day, didn't I? So
Right, okay.
Cool Han with the plan, talks the head of the pay.